because he catches things on fire.
This is a good sign.
What's a good sign?
When we have problems, the team does not.
Hello, my friend, hello.
Who's the propane company?
P&R.
What's the P&R stand for? Do we know yet?
Propane and accessories.
It does not. The R does not know.
Propane and accessories.
It's definitely not it.
I don't know. It's changed owners about 20 years ago.
She said she got you. She said she can hear you.
Okay.
Everything sounds great. Sounds wonderful.
But what's the problem?
Don't worry about what the problem is. You will keep your head in the game, Dean.
Greg, I have called almost an entire game not even on the air because you haven't told me.
You absolutely have, and that's how it will always be. That's my job. I learned it a long time ago.
You lie.
Never tell the talent that we're off air.
You lie. Suna, you are amazing. You should get a raise. If whatever they're paying you, it is not enough. I can tell you that right now. You are a wizard, and things would so fall apart without you. So fall apart.
Oh, there's no doubt.
No,
you have no idea what's going on. You have no idea what's going on over here.
No, maybe you'll tell me later.
Later.
Did she clean out the computer and upload everything else again?
Suna has been in the Matrix for the past 20 minutes.
Oh,
She's in the Matrix.
Man, they're going to make a movie. Suna, who will play you in the movie about Suna? Who do we get? She can get whoever she wants.
Who do you think? Who are we going to cast as Suna?
Man, Suna. It's got to be beautiful, whoever it is. Just stunningly beautiful. Suna is a beautiful woman. So it's got to be beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. Sofia Vergara, how about that?
Okay, I'm going with Salma Hayek.
Oh, well.
Yes.
There you go.
That's who I'm going with.
Salma Hayek. I like it. Who's
Yes.
going to play Coach Les?
Coach, I don't even know what he looks like.
Coach Les, who's going to play you in the movie?
It'd be the guy from White Shadow.
The guy from White Shadow?
Yes, the guy that coaches that. How about that?
The White I don't know. I imagine Coach Les. I don't know.
Coach Les. What did he coach? Because it's going to look different if he was a golf coach.
Coach, what did you coach? What is your expertise of coaching is what they want to know.
Greg, we're supposed to go on the air in 10 minutes. 9 minutes now.
Oh, goodness. Okay, we're gonna the levels sound good. We're gonna check out. Oh, wait, Coach, I'm gonna run a spot here. Hang on. Ready?
Be a Liberty Hill Panther football booster. Football family, the Panthers need you. Support the brotherhood and support the purchase of equipment, uniforms, multiple scholarships, and much more. Just go to lhpantherfootball.com and sign up. Show your support this year. Be a Liberty Hill High School football booster. Find out more at lhpantherfootball.com. Business sponsorships can also get in contact at lhfbsponsorships@gmail.com.
I guess that's Coach. He said, "Damn, you're old." He coached football. Coach Les coached football.
Because I'm old because I pulled up the White Shadow reference.
Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely.
And you looked at me like, what are you talking about?
I had no idea. Coach, I had no idea what he was talking about. I had no idea.
All right, let's get off here.
Down a touch on the Jazzler. Coach, I don't know. That's got to be it's got to be Suna. I can't adjust that.
Welcome, everybody, to the regional finals in Region 4. Liberty Hill playing the Flower Bluff Hornets. The Hornets coming in at 10-3, and Liberty Hill is 12-1. Welcome, everybody, My name is Tim Dean, along with my partner, Greg Cerriti. Greg, great evening tonight.
Timmy, let's play some football here in San Antonio. Regional final. The Panthers, the defending regional champions. Corpus Christi trying to take it away from them here, Tim. What a beautiful night for a football game.
It is a really nice night here in San Antonio at Dub Ferris Stadium. Greg, we've been here before. I know you don't remember it very well, but we can see the swimming pool.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was last year.
Oh, well.
Last year. And we have been here before. I've called here a couple of times. Beautiful stadium, a great host, great venue. This athletic complex is pretty awesome. They have a huge outdoor pool where they have grandstands in themselves. The stands themselves are over there by the pool are as big as the football stands. So really an awesome field. Greg, it's that time of night to talk about the run-throughs. And we made a little comment on them earlier. What you think?
Well, you know, we love to talk about it here. It's a fun thing that we do for the Panthers as they get started. And, man, the Panthers have said the Booster Club squares them away. They have such a great run through here. The Flower Bluff Hornets, Tim, Pup 10. Again, the Panthers come out and they win the coin toss. Yeah. They win the battle of the run-throughs. That's just how it's been for the Panthers this football season.
They win tonight's run-through, and they're hoping to win this game. The Panthers are in the end zone doing their high step and warming up. Greg, this Flower Bluff Hornet team is led – their offense is off the chain. They score a lot of points. They also give up a lot of points they have this year. But their offense is scoring a lot of points.
I mean, they put it in the air a lot, and it's all centered around their sophomore quarterback, Tim. Jaden Pelucio. Did I say it right?
That is correct. You got it right.
Man, I got it right the first time. Tim had to help me out with that pronunciation. Tim takes care of all that stuff, make sure that we're saying the kids' names right. And, man, that kid throws it all over the field. 7 touchdowns last week. And, going to try to do the same thing tonight, try to put the ball up in the air. It's going to be a battle of styles. We've seen it before in the playoffs. One team runs, one team passes, and that's what's going to happen tonight.
41 touchdowns on the season for Pelucio at quarterback, sophomore quarterback. And you know what? Liberty Hill has given up their fair share of long touchdown passes. But, even when they do, they end up getting a turnover and a stop somewhere several times in the game. But they have been known to give up several of those.
Defense wins championships. You've heard it over and over and over again, and it's going to hold true here tonight. The Liberty Hill defense has been called upon time after time to have to stop teams that are throwing everything they can at them. Fourth downs, onside kicks, pooch kicks, squib kicks, everything they can, fake punts, everything that a team can do to keep this high-powered Liberty Hill offense off the field, because if Corpus Christi Flower Bluff is a team that can put it in the end zone through the air, on the other side of that, and the antithesis of that is Liberty Hill, 50 points a game, 500 yards a game. And that's what they do. They just grind it out. This slot T is just running like a well-oiled machine, an experienced offensive line with experienced skill positions across the entire backfield, and they are just ready to go.
Last week, first time, and I can remember forever, a Liberty Hill offense was held to 0 touchdowns in the first half. Greg, little concern at halftime. We talked about it. We talked about the coaches are going there and make some adjustments, and I've read in the paper, Scott Ankowitz with the Liberty Hill Independent talked about it, that there was adjustments made at halftime by the coaching staff. And, boy, when they came out in the second half, things went smoothly.
Oh, it was a tale of two halves. If you hadn't had a chance to listen to that game, I tell you what, it's online. You can go listen to it now if you want to. You want to listen to the third and fourth quarter of an excellent ball game. I mean, that's it. They just came rampaging back, down 16-3 with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter, and then those adjustments clicked in,
Yep.
and Noah Long, Ben Carter, Joe Pitchford, Reese Vickers, and that offensive line for the Panthers.
Wow.
They have experienced offensive line. Just listen to what their coaches told them, made those adjustments on the field, and, 37-32, we saw the outcome. A Hail Mary pass away from not being here. I mean, a yard away from not being here. If that ball gets tipped in another direction, we're at home tonight watching TV.
And we just might very well be, but we're here. Liberty Hill has the experience. And Greg, last week though, on the defensive side of the ball, we talked about defense. There were some defensive backs that stepped up last week.
Well, none bigger than Carlton Schrank. And I tell you what, we were talking about it before the game. He made some unbelievable plays, technical plays, that he defended the passes down the field,
Yep.
Used his arm over the proper defense, right? You're not going to get the penalty. You're going to be right on your man, knock the ball down at the highest point. He played great, as did Aiden Burrell, Colin Brandt. You ask Salinas to get back there, Gavin Salinas to do work as well. But I think the key tonight is really going to be, can David Morris, can Kearley, can this defensive line put pressure on Pelucio and make him uncomfortable so that we can get the Panther offense out on the field.
And that's if we talk about defense, the biggest difference between this defensive unit for the Panthers this season compared to some years in the past is they've not been able to get the pressure on the quarterback most of the time and giving the quarterback a little bit too much comfort.
Man, we've seen this defense. We've seen this Liberty Hill defense get bamboozled by big quarterbacks that can throw it all over the field. Tim, Ace Whitehead comes to mind. I mean, we hit the Wayback Machine and talk about Casey Paha and guys that just rip it all over the field. And you have a feeling Pelucio, he's going to do the same thing tonight. A lot of receivers to catch the ball.
And, Greg, we're just not talking about that because we're looking at stats. We saw him in warm-up.
Oh, absolutely.
And the kid can throw.
He's a catcher on the baseball team, and he has an absolute cannon.
Well, we're going to take a quick moments of silence as they get ready to do the national anthem. And the color guard is on the field, so we will be back shortly.
Serving in our United States Armed Forces throughout the world. The national anthem for this evening's game will be performed by the Flower Bluff Hornet Band under the direction of James Phillips.
Greg, we are just a couple of minutes away from kickoff. The listeners have kicked up online, and they are ready for this game to get started, as are we. Greg, I came down a little bit early, had to make my food stops along the way, had to stop in New Braunfels at Cooper's Barbecue. Don't know if you know anything about it, but it's high-quality barbecue. Had a chance to get some of that one on the way down. Maybe make my Bucky stop on the way home, hopefully a victory Bucky stop. But, Greg, what a great night for football tonight. I mean, again, the weather cleared up. It was a little bit misty in the Austin area, but as you drove down, everything cleared up.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know what's great about tonight's broadcast, Tim. The Liberty Hill Booster Club, we spoke this week, and we have a sponsor for tonight's game, Tim. How great is that?
It is great. P&R Propane, who is right there on 29. I've used them myself several times. They are right there on 29. P&R Propane is sponsoring tonight's broadcast. If you use them, please tell them thank you. If you don't, please go check them out. They are serving the Liberty Hill community in the area, and they have for many, many, many years, and they're right there on 29. Thank you for P&R Propane for sponsoring the broadcast tonight. Can't thank you guys enough for doing that. But P&R Propane, make sure you tell them thanks.
And guess what? The Liberty Hill football team is kicking off, Tim.
Yes.
As per usual.
Right.
Every game this year, nobody wants the Panthers offense on the field.
They won another toss.
And here it is again. They deferred. They're going to get in the second half. Connor Hawkins lining up, ready to go.
Kicking off from the 40-yard line. He's going to do a little bit of a pooch kick on the right-hand side, right at the 18-yard line. It's a return. Now trying to cut back across the field. Now up the middle. He gets wrapped up about the 30, falls to about the 32, 33-yard line. And that is where this Hornet offense will start.
Tim, are they in maroon? Is that a maroon jersey that all maroon for the?
You know, it's like a brown maroon, but it is not brown, and I think it's a little different shade than maroon. You know, the ladies would call it something because they use it regarding nail color, and I don't know what they call that.
Mauve.
Yeah. Here goes Pelucio at quarterback, two receivers right to the left. He hands off right up the middle to Jose Martinez. Not much there, maybe a yard. Martinez carried the ball a lot this year, 9 touchdowns, 765 yards on the season. Brings up second down. They're running pretty fast. Two receivers right, one to the left. Now man in motion. Now hands off to the man in motion coming left-hand side, and he's going to get a couple yards out to the 39-yard line.
That little jet sweep that they run is effective against this defense.
Brings up third and about 4. Offense looking toward the sideline to pick up the play. Now they're getting set. Pelucio at quarterback. Martinez offset to the right at running back. One receiver right, one to the left. Got a little slot back on the left-hand side, right offset from the left tackle. Change of play. Pelucio takes the snap, fakes it, throws it. Incomplete pass. He was hit as he threw the ball. They got pressure on him. Incomplete pass. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Wonder if they're going to keep him on the field. They're thinking about it right now.
They are going to stay on the field, Greg.
Here we go.
They are going to go for it on 4th down. You're right.
He was open. He was open, and it was just a drop pass.
It was a sharp pass, too, Greg. Very fast and tough to handle. Not everybody's got the hands you do, Greg. 4th and 4. Now 3 receivers on the left-hand side with a man in motion. Low snap. Pelucio gets it, throws it across the middle. Complete, has the first down at the 45-yard line.
We've seen it all season. Teams just throw away the conventional book, and they go for it on 4th.
4 receivers to the right-hand side, 1 to the left-hand side, empty backfield. Snaps back. Gets a little pressure on him, looking for a receiver, throws it down, tipped, and incomplete, almost intercepted by the Panther defense.
It is just chaos out there. These Hornets are all over the place trying to get the Panthers, catch them off guard, but right there, defense for the Panthers holds solid, gets a tip. That was real close for getting picked off.
2nd down and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Game just started. No score. First drive of the game. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pelucio, the quarterback. Martinez, the running back, offset to the right. Fake handoff, throws it across the middle. It is dropped It was passed for 15 yards, but the receiver in and out of his hands.
Right on the money was Pelucio, and I have a feeling we're going to see that all night long. He throws a great ball. Tim mentioned that it was quick out of his hands. He's a little amped up tonight. His first big playoff game here at this level as a sophomore starter, and his adrenaline is flowing. He is ripping the ball in there, and his receivers right now cannot handle it.
2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Snaps back, looking, throws out to the right-hand side. It is complete about the 45-yard line of Liberty Hill. First down. Just getting enough, about 12 yards on the catch to the Liberty Hill 42.
Kyler Meske on the catch there, senior receiver. He's the one that dropped that first ball, made up for it there.
Wow, look, 3 running backs in the backfield, 1 receiver to the right. This is interesting formation. Snaps back, handoff off right tackle. Liberty Hill does a great job. Stops him and actually going to drop him for a yard loss. That was Martinez on the carry.
David Morris, Tanner Kearley in on that. Jacobs as well. Ryan Jacobs off that left side.
2nd and 11. Ball's now back to the 43-yard line of Liberty Hill. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 1 running back in the backfield. Pelucio takes the snap, throws it out in the flat to Martinez. Gets out of a tackle, gets complete, has another first down, a pickup of about 15 yards, moving the chains to the 27-yard line.
Now that was a soft little toss right there. Design play to the running back off the left side.
First down for the Hornets. Left-hand hash now, 2 receivers to the left. Tight end and a slot back on the right-hand side. Empty backfields. Snaps back. Pelucio looking, throws it across the middle, up towards the end zone, and it is a touchdown for the Hornets. Ball is complete to Kyler Meske.
Meske dropped the first one. He caught the next 2, put the Hornets in the end zone. Panthers had some opportunities there, but I tell you what, when offenses just keep taking swing after swing, it's tough to get them off the field. You stop them 3 times, you expect to get the punt unit out.
Meske on the touchdown. He is also the kicker. Snaps back. The kick is up. Flags down because Liberty Hill jumped, looked like. And it is good. Probably going to be just declined if it's against Liberty Hill, and it is. So the Hornets take a 7-0 lead with 9 minutes left to go in this first quarter of play, the first drive. The Hornets go down and score a touchdown. The defense had a chance there on 4th down. Hornets were able to convert and keep the ball moving.
2 4th downs that they get. They managed to pick up big first downs on the arm of Pelucio there and jump out here to a 7-0 lead. Not pretty familiar territory for these Panthers to give up a touchdown on the first drive. It seems all season long when teams would score, it would be the first possession, and then the Panther defense had locked it down. I have a feeling that's not going to be the case tonight, as this offense is high-powered with a lot of receivers and a quarterback that he looks comfortable back there and steps into his throws and really puts it on the money.
Well, Greg, we'll see what kind of their defense has worked on all week long against probably an offense that they have never seen or very little experience against in the slot T.
The onside kick on the table. Panthers ready for it for sure.
Here is the kickoff. Meske is kicking it off. He scored the touchdown, kicked the extra point, now he's kicking off. Kicks it deep. Going to go out of the end zone. Greg bounced out of the end zone. No wind. That's a little bit of a boot.
He kicked it 5 yards out of the back
I know.
Of the end zone.
No wind.
Here.
Impressive.
At the Northside Stadium. Wow, what a boot he's got. But here come the Panther offense.
Greg, if we hold serve, which they have for several games in a row, Ben Carter gets his first snap. I wouldn't do it. They hand off to someone else, and he picks up 9 yards. That is
It looked like Pitchford
on the carry, pickup of 8 yards on first down.
Great start to the ball game here with the Panthers. Great push off of that side.
Greg, that was a point I'll make. The offensive line got incredible push right there. 2nd and 2 from the 33-yard line. Handoff left-hand side. That is Noah Long. He picks up the first down, picks up 5 yards, moves the chains up to the 38-yard line.
It really was, folks. You see this Liberty Hill offensive line, so talented, so experienced. They've been together for so long. And this offense is, you hear Booster Club President Sean Lapizinski talk about how it's like a Swiss watch. When it's working, it's so fine-tuned. Seeing it right here in the first 2 plays.
Up the line of scrimmage they come. Vickers under center. Pitches out to Noah Long, right-hand side. Gets out of a block. On his feet still. Picks up 8 yards to the 46-yard line. Greg, he carried a would-be tackler, had him by the jersey, and he picked up another 3 or 4 yards after that jersey hold.
Yeah, good tackle there by Dylan Shaw, senior. Defensive tackle for the Hornets.
First drive for Liberty Hill of the game after giving up a touchdown. They're down 7-0. Vickers hands off left inside to Pitchford. He gets across midfield down to the Hornet 47-yard line. That's enough for another first down. And Pitchford is slow to get up. So it is a little timeout for an injury. Greg, very impressive as Pitchford coming off on his own accord now towards the sideline. Very, very impressive push by the offensive line.
Absolutely. They look well in control of how that's working.
Noah Long off as well to the sideline. He might have been shaken up as well. So we'll have 2 different backs in the game on this next play as Pitchford and Noah Long are off the field at the moment. Handoff to Carter up the middle, and he gets good yardage close to right at the 41-yard line. Pickup of 6. Luke Miller is in the game along with Jackson Hines.
Ben Carter on the carry, picked up 6,
2nd and 4. Ball's fumbled. Vickers picks it up himself and runs it himself. But he picks up the first down. Looks like it bounced off the carpet, Greg. And I don't know. Their refs are talking about something like the coaches for Flower Bluff are on the field. I don't see a flag, though, Greg. I may be wrong. Maybe it's on the sideline where we can't see it, but maybe they're complaining they didn't get a chance to sub, Greg. You know how that's been sort of a cat and mouse game as of late.
They have it. The Panthers will sub in someone to run a play every single down. Mm-hmm. But what that does is it allows for the defense to sub in a player as well, and you have to give them time to do that. So a lot of times what ends up happening is the referee, slows. Oh, there's a flag in the back there. And it is against the Hornets, and it's going to give the Panthers a first down, Tim.
And I think they were saying they needed a chance to sub. He's not – we did sub 2 running backs, but we've already run a play since then. But the play is – I don't think they declined it and took the play, Greg, because that's where I think – well, that is 5 yards. But I think it was 5 either way. So they're still discussing it. As it's a little bit of a conundrum with the coaches, with the officials. We still have 3 officials in the middle of the field talking. We have the coaches for Flower Bluff in one of the guys' ears, and it's going to be a first down. So the ball's at the 34-yard line of Flower Bluff as we get ready to start play again after this discussion. They want to get it right, Greg.
Absolutely. They're gonna get together. They're gonna talk about it and make stuff happen here. These playoff refs, right? We're the best of the best. So, this is not a regular district game here. You're getting good zebras.
There's movement. There's flags down, no play. I think we had a lineman jump.
Flag on the play.
That's going to back up 5, make it 1st and 15 after. So now it's backed up to the 39-yard line.
After the penalty.
Luke Miller and Jackson Hines still in the game, along with Ben Carter at running back. All the running back positions.
Here come the Panthers, the bringing in the play.
Up the line of scrimmage they come. Vickers under center, takes the snap, hands it off. There's another flag on the play, and looks like Ben Carter on the carry picks up 5 yards, but looks like
Offsides on the Hornets. I saw the referee did a quick offside signal.
yeah, they're going to mark that off and keep first down. Yep.
It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Yep. 5 yards either way, but with the down back by taking the penalty. So it's back to 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. 6.5 minutes left to go. Liberty Hill trails 7-0 after giving up a touchdown to the Hornets on their first drive. Vickers going to keep it himself off right tackle. Has some blockers. Gets across the 25, the 20. He's pushing himself inside the 15-yard line down to the 14-yard line. Great push by Vickers.
Reese Vickers, Pitchford and long off the field. Vickers takes it himself, and with the biggest run of the ball game here for the Panthers, puts them in deep into the red zone.
From the Hornets 16, correction, 14
Is on the 14-yard line. That was by far one of the most exciting runs that I've seen Vickers do, just because of the sheer power that he used. Handoff Carter, left-hand side. He gets down to the 10-yard line before he stopped. And it will be 2nd and 6. Actually, they're marking him at 11, so 2nd and 7. And now they're slow rolling the sub, so this is going to be a little cat and mouse game for. Now pitch out to Jackson Hines, left-hand side, and he gets a few yards down to the 8-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Good hard run there by Jackson Hines.
So the ball's at the 8-yard line, 3rd and 8. Greg, let's hopefully they can pick up this first down here and they don't have to make a decision. There's a slow roll of the sub, right? Jogging on, and look at the guy running off the field. He's jogging off the field to slow. Coaches have scripted this pretty well to slow down this offense. Snap left-hand side to Ben Carter, gets to the 5, still on his feet. Going to mark him down just a tad inside the 5.
I think they got it. I think they're going to move the chains.
Greg, this is not a first down. Nope, not a first down. It's 4th down. Wholesale changes.
Bring in defensive lineman number 78, James Cadena, who is Jim. He's a big boy, Tim.
4th down. Here we go. Crucial 4th down. Just inside the 5-yard line. They need just a couple of inches. Vickers under center. Takes a snap. Hands off to Luke Miller right inside. He has the first down. He's down to the 1. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. What a great hole the offensive line blew out there.
Absolutely huge off that right-hand side. Drive a truck through there, Tim. Luke Miller following his blockers and picking up that crucial first down here as the clock ticks. The goal line defense in for the Hornets. It was not able to hold the line there.
1st and goal from the 1. Vickers under center. Hands off left-hand side that is Jackson Hines, and he gets in for the touchdown. Jackson Hines went in untouched, diving off the left, between left guard and tackle for the score.
Big run by Jackson Hines again they went right side to Luke Miller, left side to Hines. He punches it in. They're 1 point away from tying this ball game up.
Connor Hawkins on for the Point after attempt. Snaps back. Flags down for offsides on defense. The kick is up, and it is good. They're going to decline it. And we have ourselves a tie game with 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter of play. It's tied at 7. Hey, everybody. You don't want to miss the UIL State football experience at Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, Texas this December. That's in 2 weeks, Greg. Come out for an action-packed 4 days, Wednesday, December 14th through Saturday, December 17th, and witness the best teams in each division battle it out in the final games of the season. Tickets and all tournament pass information can be found at uiltexas.org.
It is. It's close. 2 games away.
It is. It is definitely 2 weeks away. Less than 2 weeks. So I think they start on a Wednesday, maybe even, playing games. It's nuts. Greg, you never even played games on Wednesday. You always played Saturday.
Not on a Wednesday. Who plays on a Wednesday? The only champions do.
Yeah.
They get out there at Jerry World. Right now, everyone on the Panthers sideline eyeing the injury tent. Noah Long and Joe Pitchford went off on that series. They're hurt on the same play. I both left the field of their own accord. Just haven't seen them back on there.
I see
Hines and Miller.
I see Noah. I think I see Noah standing on the sideline. I think I do. Well, they're on the other side.
There was another number 21 on the JV that came in.
That may be what I'm seeing. Well, let's hope we see them back here in a short time. Here's the kickoff. Pooch kick on the right-hand side. It is going to be caught at about the 19-yard line. And he is tackled immediately. Flags down close to over here. But what a tackle by Jack Pitchford.
Great tackle by Pitchford. He came off like a bullet and absolutely pummeled the return man in the open field. They're going to push him back another probably 5 yards on the block in the back here.
Holding.
On the
25 on the return.
Holding, they're going to back him up.
It's going to be 10.
Wow, they're going to set up now on the 10. Jack Pitchford down there, we see him racing down the field all the time, one of the fastest kids on the team. Get down there and make a solo tackle. What amazing. Here we go, 1st and 10. Wow, Greg, 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, empty backfield for Pelucio at quarterback. Takes the snap, looking left, throws it left. It is complete. Tackled, though, short gain, well, not a short gain, average gain of 5 yards, maybe 6. We'll call it 6.
Just have a feeling that it just doesn't matter where on the field they are.
Yep.
This is the offense that you're going to see super spread out, making the Panthers make a play. Pelucio's no pressure at all right now on Pelucio. When he is standing back there, this offensive line is doing a good job of keeping the Panthers off of him. Mm-hmm. Nice, clean pocket. Pelucio takes a step back. He's been rolling out to the right and left, steps and throws. But like we said, we watched him warm up. He just absolutely has a cannon and rifles it out there. He is going to be hard to handle for years to come here in this region.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end on the left-hand side. Snaps back, looking, throws out right, little screen play right over the middle. Gets across, he's out on the races, across the 30, the 40. 1 man to beat. He's going to be drugged down at the 40-yard line in Liberty Hill territory. David Morris tackles him, saves a touchdown.
Little screen play, little bubble screen to the receiver. He cut back in. They blocked it perfect, and they're going to go quick again. They're not going to give the Panthers any time to relax or get set. Receivers running everywhere.
4 receivers down to the left-hand side, 1 to the right. Snaps back, looking right, now looking across the middle, throws it down the sideline, overthrows his receiver, incomplete pass.
Little give and go, their little pump and go there. They've been setting that up all game long.
Gavin Salinas on the coverage. Had a little slip there. Luckily, Pelucio threw it a little bit too far, or the receiver just wasn't where he's supposed to be, Greg.
Yeah, I think you called it. It's a timing route, an out and up or a hitch and go. Policio pump faked and looked like Meskey just either slipped or fell down, and it caused him to throw it about 5 yards long.
Score's tied at 7. 2.5 minutes left to go. Policio throws it out left. Short pass. Turns it into a 6-yard gain. We'll call it 5 yards to the Liberty Hill 35-yard line to bring up 3rd down. And everywhere is going to be 4-down territory for the Hornets.
At least past the 30 or 35-yard line, you'd think. Taking a long time.
Man, they got receivers everywhere, Greg.
Coaches calling the plays.
Here's that formation where it looks like there's 2 running backs in sort of an I formation. Policio under center. Now a little fake. Hands off left-hand side. Little doopsie-doo play there, Greg. Picks up a couple yards. That is handed around. He took it around and stuffed it in his gut.
It was like the reverse Statue of Liberty.
Yes.
What a slow develop. Like, to watch a team be so fast on turf and running receivers everywhere.
I don't like that one.
Power eye, slow wraparound draw, handoff. Ugh.
Doopsie-doo.
All right.
4th down now. 4th and 4. This
Yes,
is
please.
definitely a passing.
Do it again.
No, they're not going to do it. Greg,
Do that again. No?
I think it's going to be one of those passes across the middle. They've been very successful throwing inside the hashes.
This kid, the field is anywhere. Tim.
Snaps back, looking right, throws it right. Incomplete pass, Greg. It wasn't even close. This was an incomplete turnover on downs as Policio is fussing a little bit at his receiver.
You see him misread. He's saying like this. He's saying, bro, I did this here, and that is absolutely an audible. Policio trying to talk to his receivers. He called an audible.
Yeah.
His receiver did not see it. He ran one way when he was supposed to run another. And the Panthers get the turnover on downs, bring the offense back out onto the field.
Wow. Mistake by the offense right there is a misread, miscommunication. Liberty Hill's back on the field on their own 34-yard line. Vickers under center. Going to keep it himself off left tackle. Gets a block, gets across the 40. At midfield. 40, 30, one man, 20, 10. He's brought down at the 5-yard line. Great run, no flags.
I thought it was one man. Another one got in there, Tim. A Hornet came from the opposite side. Vickers may have taken it to the corner and gotten a better result, but what a great run by Vickers to put the Panthers 4 yards away from pay dirt.
1st and goal from the 4. Slow, Greg. I've not seen someone so slow and deliberate about the subbing as I have Flower Bluff against Liberty Hill. Vickers under center takes the snap, hands off to Carter right-hand side. He is down. No, they called it a touchdown. Looked like they were going to call him down, and then the hands came up. Ben Carter with a 4-yard plunge.
And just like that, the Panthers turned what seemed like an offense that was just rolling right down the field. They turn them over. Bang, bang. They're in the end zone, up 6, pending Connor Hawkins' extra point. 3rd highest scoring kicker in the state is
Greg,
Hawkins.
it's all extra points, too. Hardly
He's
any
got a
field
few
goals.
field goals.
He
He's
does.
got a couple of them.
But that's what's so crazy. Kick is up, and it is good. And Liberty Hill takes the lead at 14-7 with 1:15 left to go in this first quarter of play.
What an absolute turnaround here in this game. The Panthers defense on their heels over and over again.
Yep.
And they get one play, one misread by the sophomore. Now, here we go. What's he going to look like now? Like, what? Now you get a little bit of mental
right
into it, and how does he react to that mistake?
As many points as they've scored this year, I don't think it affects him at all. I think that again, I'm talking to Flower Bluff here, that they're just going to come back out and keep doing what they're doing.
Right, not a sophomore, just like Jack Pitcher's not a freshman anymore.
Yeah.
He has a lot of experience now. He's been in a lot of big ball games.
Yep.
So you're just curious as they've been rolling through the playoffs. And now he's got a little bit of adversity here. See how he adjusts.
Yeah, Greg, I want to give a shout out to one of my best friends, Michael, in Pennsylvania. Believe it or not, I have a One of my best friends is from Pennsylvania. It's hard to believe, right?
Because it's the greatest state in the union.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. If you didn't know.
No, I didn't know. What?
Well, now you
did
do.
anything significant happen there?
I mean, it's the birthplace of America, Tim. You're welcome.
I didn't know I'd ever graduate from having one Pennsylvania friend, and now I've got 2 of them.
Just lucky, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Pierogies for everybody.
Yeehaw.
Thank you, Michael, for tuning in. And everybody else for tuning in. We got a big watch party going tonight. Lots of people listening. Kickoff on the right-hand side. Kicked up in the air, caught at the 25, running back towards the middle. One gets across the 35, tackled about the 37, 38-yard line. That's where Hornets will start their drive.
Connor Hawkins was getting ready to make a tackle. That kicker was in the middle of the field. I saw him breaking down. It looked like he was Tim. It looked like Hawkins was ready to make that tackle.
Craig, do kickers even practice tackling?
I don't even know, but we were about to see it. If there was a missed tackle there, Connor Hawkins was about to stick his nose in there.
We got to find out. We got to send our research team on that. Do kickers practice tackling? I'd say no.
I'd say no.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Hornets at their own 38-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Man in motion now makes it 3 on the right-hand side. Snaps back. Pelucio going to tuck in and run it himself, and he gets to the 40-yard line, a pickup of 2 yards.
Again, yes, please. I don't know if they're setting that up for other plays or how that works, but this offense spread out like that seems to have receivers in space.
2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line. 1 receiver to the right-hand side, a slot man on the right-hand side. Now a man in motion, making it loaded to the right-hand side. Pelucio under pressure, ducks out of it, looking downfield, throws it downfield, and it is incomplete pass. Greg got some pressure on him right there. It brings up 3rd and 8.
Sure did. Absolutely. Morris off the left side, along with Jacobs up the middle. Andrew Hardy-McLeod in there as well, trying to get a little pressure on Pelucio. I don't know if that was half, but a designed run to the outside.
Yep.
It was interesting play call there. Looked like he was out there trying to just make something happen, asking his receivers to move.
3 receivers left-hand side, now man in motion, and there is a timeout for Liberty Hill.
That's our first timeout.
Greg, what do you think the defense calls a timeout there for? A formation they weren't ready for? Personnel wrong?
You know, it could be a couple of things. Maybe talk this one over. Big, huge down here, 3rd and long, and it's on their side. Maybe they don't go for it now and decide to play some regular football.
But listen, it's 3rd down, though.
Listen,
it's not
but I'm saying if you get the stop here, Noah Long and Joe Pitchford not being in this ball game, and seeing them maybe not coming back in changes how maybe this team gets attacked here and how they game plan against them. Like you said, Tim, I think maybe they just didn't like what they saw and wanted to talk about it, talk about how they want to attack this specific play.
The good thing is I don't think anybody's in the tent anymore, Greg. So if there was anybody in there, I think it's empty at the moment. So I'm looking for the numbers on the sideline, trying to find them.
If I'm not mistaken, that's Joe Pitchford all the way to the right with his shoulder pads off.
Two receivers left, 1 to the right. Now that receiver's making it 2 to the right in motion. Snap back. Pelucio throws it out to the right side. He is hit hard as he throws. It's a 1st down for the Hornets as he gets across the midfield to the 48, 47-yard line.
Oh, he's rubbing his arm. He got hit there. First time they've landed a blow on Pelucio, and it was a good one. Hardy-McLeod off the right side absolutely leveled him as he threw the ball.
Fake handoff, throws it across the middle. It is complete for another 1st down, a pickup of 11. Complete to Cameron Dixon.
There's that slant, and you know what, Tim? You're out. You called it on that first play that he threw that slant on. It had so much pepper on it. That was a little more pace, a little more even throw there for his receiver to catch.
That's the end of the 1st quarter, and we're going to take a quick break. It is 14-7 Liberty Hill as we switch it up here You are listening to Liberty Hill Football on Vype Media, sponsored by P&R Propane.
Be a Liberty Hill Panther football booster. Football family, the Panthers need you. Support the Brotherhood and support the purchase of equipment, uniforms, multiple scholarships, and much more. Just go to lhpantherfootball.com and sign up. Show your support this year. Be a Liberty Hill High School football booster. Find out more at lhpantherfootball.com. Business sponsorships can also get in contact at lhfbsponsorships@gmail.com.
Back here for the start of the second quarter as we switch sides. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hornets in Liberty Hill territory on the 37-yard line. A big shout out to my friend Tony Stevens, listening in from Liberty Hill. Good that Tony is listening in from back home. 4 receivers to the left-hand side. Pelucio, empty backfield. Nobody on the right-hand side. There is a tight end. Under pressure, gets him out, throws in the pocket, throws it downfield, in and out of the hands. Little pepper on that one too, Greg. Incomplete pass.
Absolutely. Pelucio's likes to motion his receivers. He's out in so much space, just so much poise for a sophomore quarterback. We haven't seen any quarterback this season, Tim, act the way that Pelucio does in the backfield.
Right.
So comfortable, moving his receivers around with his opposite hand, getting into space, and this Panther defense is going to have its hands full for the rest of this ball game.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Martinez running back in the backfield. Man in motion, go to left-hand side. He fakes, pitches it to it, under pressure, throws it out to the right-hand side. It is complete. A pickup of about 8 or 9 yards that's Jaden Johnson on the reception.
Carlton Schrank on the tackle. Gavin Salinas cleaned him up. He tried to fight for a few more yards. Got himself a little headache as a result of it.
Pickup of 9, 3rd and 1. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. He's going under center. Trying to get him to jump to get the quick first down. You know, they don't run the ball very often, and they're looking for a play. And it's a risky to run it here and not pick it up. First down. But he is under center. Takes a snap. Oh, there's a timeout now for Flower Bluff. They really weren't prepared for that. They were trying to get the Panthers to jump.
And the Panthers
didn't have any of it.
Nope. Very disciplined there on the defensive line. You know, you only got 1 yard to go to pick up that first down, and I mean, it's in the back of everybody's mind that that's what they're trying to do. Pelucio came up. I'm sure he was shouting that they were going to snap it. He did not. And then, like Tim said, we just have not seen them run the ball effectively just yet. So they're trying to get guys out in the coverage, and really the defensive line is taking care of the runs up the middle. But a swing pass here or a small pass here out to the side, I mean, and again, like Tim, if they're going to go for it on the other side of the 50, they're definitely going for it here. So it's you got to stop them. You know, you got to push them back or make something happen here for this Panther defense under an aerial assault.
Absolutely.
From these Hornets.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. No running back now in the backfield. Snaps back. Under pressure. Gets out of it. Looking downfield. Throws it downfield. And it is incomplete pass as the receiver was hit just as the ball hits his hands. And he is down.
Well, he absolutely slammed into Carlton Schrank, who was diving for the ball.
I don't think he saw the receiver.
Schrank absolutely had nothing to do with that hit, even though it came from him. He was trying to get to the ball and just plowed over that receiver as he was coming back to it. Again, entirely because of the elusiveness from Jaden Pelucio, getting out of pressure and moving around, trying to find his receiver, trying to throw him open, as they say, and he did not.
Greg, it's 4th down and 1. That was Jaden Johnson that was down. He's coming off the field, walking off. Looks like he's going to be okay. But you are so right. But let's back up. That play was created by the pressure that was applied to Pelucio from the defensive front.
It looked like he was unblocked as he came off the right side, and that was Wyatt Sprinkle off that right side. Came untouched at Pelucio, and Pelucio gave him a little stiff arm and got free. Great job by the sophomore quarterback there to tap Sprinkle on the head and get himself open.
4th down and 1 from the Liberty Hill 28-yard line. Ball's on the right-hand hash. Here they come up to the line of scrimmage. One running back there. That is Jose Martinez. Snaps back, hand off to Martinez. He has the first down and more. Gets tackled at the 23-yard line. 5-yard pickup to get the first.
Their best run of the game, and maybe the most important moment for them to pick up that first down. And now they're back at it, spreading the receivers out.
One receiver to the left with a slot back on the left-hand side. One receiver to the right. Pelucio takes the snap, pitches it in front of him to a receiver. That is Wyatt Elwood on the carry. He picks up maybe a yard. Liberty Hill didn't have any problem picking that one up.
Great job by this defensive line, again, to stop these running plays before they even get going. Right up the middle is Jacobs, Sprinkle, Hardy McLeod.
Up the line of scrimmage, 2 receivers. Look at the big receiver off the left-hand side. He's in his 50s, got a 53 on. He's in motion right-hand side. He throws it out to the right-hand side. He flips it to 53. He has the ball, and he's barreling down the sideline, out inside the 5, about the 3-yard line, it looks like.
Tim, I think we just witnessed a hook and ladder
to
an offensive lineman. And if not for an excellent tackle on the 3-yard line, that play would have worked. He had like 2 guys hanging off him. What a well-designed play there. Don't see the hook and ladder that often. We just did.
It's the left tackle, Dylan Shaw. Now a handoff left-hand side to Martinez, and he gets in the end zone for a touchdown.
After the hook and ladder that they bust out off that right side. What a crazy play that was to bring the Hornets to within 1, 14-13 now, 9:50 left here in the second quarter.
Kyler Meshi on to kick the extra point. 9:50 left to go. The kick is up, and it is good, and we have ourselves a tie game at 14-all with 9:50 left to go in the second quarter till halftime.
My goodness. You know, these teams played some common opponents, Tim, over the course of the season. Veterans Memorial and Lockhart. Both teams won. Liberty Hill 56-49 over Veterans. Corpus Christi won 49-42. Pretty similar scores right there. Basically, with 1 by 7 within a couple there. The difference is the Lockhart game. Liberty Hill 35, Lockhart 14. Corpus Christi 66, but Lockhart put up 42 on them. That's an interesting score there. Yep. Lockhart was one of the teams that went for it so many times and kept the ball so often against Liberty Hill by going for it on 4th down and converting 4th and 6, 4th and 10, 4th and 12, and just kind of trying to slow the game down. Liberty Hill was in a little bit of a dogfight there, but Corpus Christi blew them out last week. So, again, and now you're seeing it 14-14 here,
yep.
A battle for Region 4.
Aiden Burrell back deep for the Panthers, standing about his 15-yard line. If we see a kick like we did last time, this one's going to be booming. There's no wind to speak of blowing if we look at the flags. And last time, Meshi kicked it out of the end zone. Here he goes again. This time, Elo Pooch kicks it to the left-hand side. Fair caught at the 38-yard line. That's where the Panthers will start. That's good field position starting for the Panthers.
Brandon Creek on the stop. Creek with a huge defensive play last week. Stopped a pass on 4th down against Alamo Heights.
Jackson Hines still in the game. Got a touchdown last time out. And Vickers going to keep it this time left-hand side. He gets 8, 9 yards on first down. I really like that play there, Greg. He's following some blockers in the hole in the C gap.
Well, right now, it is maybe the most effective play that they have. Have not seen Pitchford or Long come back out onto the field. So it is Vickers and Carter, Hines, and Jack Pitchford.
2nd and 1. And off right-hand side, and I think that's Jackson Hines. He stood up immediately, no gain. Going to lose a half yard. Bring up 3rd and 2.
Yep, good penetration there by the Hornets on the line there to stop that play before it even started.
Just under 9 minutes, 3rd and 2. And now the slow roll switch substitution for Flower Bluff. Hand off to Carter, left-hand side, and he gets close to the first down. I think they're going to give it to him.
I think they are too.
Yep. Yep, they're going to move the chains. First down, a pickup of 2 by Carter.
Nice. Some of the Hornets don't like it. They think they may have stopped them.
Well, it's hard when you stop their forward momentum and you push them back. You get this illusion of that you actually stopped them.
They did push him back a good 5-6 yards into the backfield, but his initial push was there. Here comes the gamesmanship by the Hornets to slow roll their defensive player off.
1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 48-yard line. Pitch out left-hand side. Luke Miller gets across midfield to the Hornet 48-yard line. Boy, if he gets moving, Greg, I don't know what kind of runner he is in traffic, but if he gets into some open space, he might be gone.
Oh, you're not going to catch him. He is one of the fastest Panthers out there. Stepping in now for Pitchford.
2nd and 6 after a pickup of 4. Ball's on the left-hand hash. Vickers takes the snap, hands off to Jackson Hines down to the right-hand side. He has a blocker, gets across the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, and looks like they're going to mark him stepping out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and there's a flag on the play back at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they're bringing this one back. Great run by Hines. Maybe his best run of the game for sure. One of his best of the season. Wow. Hate that it's going to come back.
Thrown right at the line of scrimmage, going to back them up regardless.
Block below the waist. Number 13 on the offense.
Man.
15-yard spot foul. Replay second.
Wow, that's a 15-yard.
It's not the hold.
No, it's
so it's Luke Miller trying to get a block for his guy there. It's going to loosen him up.
Backing him up quite a bit. 2nd and 20 after the penalty is marked off. And I think you just try to get some of it back here. Might we see a run by Vickers? I think this is an obvious passing situation that might be too obvious. So maybe Vickers follows in the tackle. Nope, pitches out to Hines, left-hand side. Gets across the 35, the 50. He's off to the races, 40, 30, 20. Tackled about the 20-yard line.
He just hit the reset button, Tim. Hines just did the exact same thing, except this time he came up the middle. Great run by Hines. I'm looking to see if there is a flag anywhere.
No, there's an injured offensive lineman. Greg Watkins is down, and they're coming out to look at him. He started walking off like holding his arm. Hope he's okay. But that's what they're taking a look at here. But first down, he got down to the 20-yard line. Great run. Offensive line doing another great job.
But, yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately for offensive linemen, when you do your job, no one cares.
Yep.
It's just the evidence when the back gets in. We care, obviously, right?
Sure.
And they do, right? We know how important this offensive line is. Mm-hmm. And, so there's Watkins and Harrison and those guys, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. But Hines, what a big run that is for him to come in, spelling his injured teammate and bringing his A game there. After you bring it back, he returns the serve and puts him in.
Here we go. 7 minutes left to go until halftime. Hands off left inside to Carter. Picks up tough yardage, still on his feet. Gets inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. I thought he was down after a 5-yard gain.
I thought he was down after a 2-yard gain. It was all yak there.
Wow. It is 1st and goal from the 9 after a great run by Ben Carter. Again, cannot stress enough how great of a job this offensive line is doing.
Across the board. On both
absolutely.
sides, on the strong side and on the quick side.
Here we go, 1st and goal, and movement on the left-hand side. And that is actually Watkins' replacement that came in, and he's excited to get to play, Greg. I know he's amped up.
Absolutely he is. Just takes a little bit, get in the flow of the game,
Sure.
Get your bell rung a few times, put your hat on somebody, get settled in.
And now backed it up, so it's 1st and goal from the 14-yard line. 6.5 minutes left to go until halftime. This game is tied at 14. Here they come up the line of scrimmage. Vickers under center, takes the snap. And he's going to keep it himself, gets across the 10, the 5, and Vickers is in for a touchdown! Great play!
Vickers off the left. Tim didn't look like he got touched.
No.
Tim's talking about how great the offensive line is doing, and right there is another run by a Panther back. This time, the quarterback, Reese Vickers. Noah Long out, Joe Pitchford out. Vickers, the senior running back of this core. He plays quarterback, but you're looking like a running back tonight, Tim. Great play there by Vickers to put the Panthers back up on top.
Here is the point after. Greg, these PATs could be very important as we move through this game. Kick is up, and it is good. And Liberty Hill retakes the lead 21-14 with 6 minutes left to go until halftime.
Connor Hawkins kicked it into the swim center, Tim. I don't think that ball's coming back. Might be wet. He absolutely crushed it into the night sky here to put the Panthers up 7. I got to adjust the score, Tim.
You do. So, again, I want to thank our sponsor tonight for getting us on the air, P&R Propane. If you live in Liberty Hill, if you work in Liberty Hill, if you go to school in Liberty Hill, you pass this every day. And it's right there on Highway 29. I want to thank them for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Each and every one of you, there's a couple of hundred of you listening to this live, maybe more through another method. But I want to thank you guys for listening, but also thank P&R Propane for getting us on the air tonight so you can listen to the game. If you do business with P&R, please tell them thank you. Give them a call. Shoot them an email. Say hey to them next time you go by. And, they do all the propane needs in and around the Liberty Hill area and beyond. So thanks to P&R Propane for helping us get this broadcast on the air tonight.
Propane and propane accessories?
I don't know about the accessories. I just know it's propane.
I have to think that there's some accessories involved. They have to know
Maybe
that
some
we're going to say
hoses.
propane and propane accessories.
A little pooch kick by the kicker. He's picked up. No fair catch. He's still on his feet at the 32-yard line. Little
6 minutes, an eternity for this Hornets offense with the way that they run.
Absolutely.
The Panthers get the ball to start the second half.
1st and 10 for the Hornets from their 32-yard
32-yard line. Ball's at the squared up in the middle between the hashes. 6 minutes left to go. Almost exactly. Here comes the Hornet offense onto the field. Their record on the year is 10-3. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Jaden Pelucio having a really good game tonight. Great arm. Empty backfield. Snaps back, looking right, throws it out right with 1 blocker. And he is going to be wrapped up for no gain. That is Jaden Johnson on the reception.
Hand signals, hand audibles. You can see Pelucio the whole time talking to his receivers with his hand signals. It caused some confusion on that 1 4th down play, but we're seeing it right now. The coaches are making the play at the line. Pelucio's making sight reads, and calling audibles, just does it again.
2 receivers right, 2 to the left, 1 running back, snaps back, looking downfield, has plenty of time, throws it out, is complete down to the 49-yard line, complete to Wyatt Elwood, enough to move the chains. They're going to mark him down at the 43-yard line.
Good little pitch and catch there into space. Lucio threw it over the linebackers right in front of coverage.
Looking at the sideline for the play. One receiver left, 1 out wide to the right. You have a slot receiver on the right-hand side. Running back Martinez offset to the left of Pelucio, takes the snap, pitches it up in front of him to a receiver, gets out of 1 tackle, gets close to midfield. They're going to roll him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line, a pickup of 7 yards.
Good tackle by Carlton Schrank there, coming up from the safety position.
Bring up 2nd down and 3. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Running back offset to the left of Pelucio, takes the snap, hands it off to the running back Martinez, gets across the line of scrimmage, across the 45, the 40. Finally run out of bounds after a first down at about the 35-yard line.
Now, Liberty Hill defense adjusting, the running plays opening up a little bit for these Hornets.
2 receivers left, none to the right, but a slot receiver off to the right-hand side. Inside, close, empty backfield. Pelucio takes the snap. Looking left, under pressure, rolls out of the pocket, and he throws it away as he was under pressure by the defenders, David Morris and Brandon Creek.
Creek was coming. He was coming like a freight train off that right side, unblocked, on purpose. I'm sure the Hornets did not account for him and let him run free because Pelucio can run out to his left. Usually you don't like to have a quarterback scramble to his left when he's a right-handed quarterback.
4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They isolated a couple of times to the lone receiver on the right-hand side. Snaps back. He looks to that receiver down the sideline and in and out of the hands. Pretty good defended, incomplete pass. And Pelucio took another hit.
Yeah, he absolutely did get walloped. But it's exactly how Tim called it. They isolated this receiver on the top. It's Meskey. Put him on Salinas. He tried to throw the timing route over the top. He put it right in his hands. It was right on his hands, and he suffered for doing so. Meskey didn't reward him.
3rd down. Big 3rd down. Ball's on the 35-yard line. Right-hand hash. We have 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Tight ends on the right. Pelucio takes the snap. He looks left. Under pressure again. Throws it. It is complete right at the 30.
Nope.
Oh, incomplete pass. They're calling it. What do they call?
He dropped it.
And it's going to bring up 4th down. Incomplete pass. It'll bring up 4th down and 10.
Pelucio had to get rid of it quick. Again, as pressure was coming off the right side. Creek coming, Sprinkle as well. And now the Hornets, they're going to talk it over. They have some timeouts.
Yep.
There's a big play right here.
Huge play.
Down 7.
Let's just recap how big this play is. It is 4th and 10 at the 35-yard line. We have 4.5 minutes. If they don't pick it up now, Liberty Hill gets the ball back.
With 4 minutes left.
Yes, yes, and they've not been able to stop Liberty Hill yet. We don't have Pitchford or Long in the game right now, and they still have not been able to stop Liberty Hill. Liberty Hill gets the ball back. If they don't pick up this 4th down, with a chance to go down the field again, and Liberty Hill gets the ball again to start the second half. This is a huge play. It's a game-changing play right here.
It really is a game-defining play. If it doesn't work out for the Hornets here, they have an uphill climb to try to wrangle these Panthers. It is really a big play. So absolutely call the timeout. See if they can make something happen here. Haven't seen a screen yet. Haven't seen any kind of short play like that.
I don't think short's going to do it, Greg. I think they have to throw to the chain. I really do. 4th down. Here we go. Snaps back. Pelucio looking. Has plenty of time. Throws it up in the air. Has a receiver. And it is caught at the 5-yard line. It was very good coverage by Aiden Burrell, but he just threw a perfect pass.
Wow.
Completed to Cameron Dixon.
Wow, what a pass over the middle, Tim. You're right. It was right on the money. Aiden Burrell could not have been in better position.
100%. Run left inside to Pelucio himself. He gets to the 4-yard line. They'll mark him down maybe at the 3. First quarterback design run. Bring up 2nd down and goal.
Wow, they needed to have that play. They got it.
They did. And I'm surprised at the play call that far down the field on 4th down. It worked, but I'm a little surprised. Clock is moving, just right around 3.5 minutes left to go. And I think the Hornets are hoping they score and doesn't leave Liberty Hill a lot of time on the clock. Pelucio under center, takes a snap, hands off to Martinez left inside. He gets into the end zone. Well, for a touchdown. Martinez again with a dive to get within 1.
Wow. Panthers on the edge of breaking this game wide open with the 4th and 10 play. And Jaden Pelucio, the sophomore, steps up and makes one of the biggest throws of his young career to keep these Hornets in it and keep this game close.
We have a different kicker this time. Clay Addison kicking the ball. Snaps back. And he's going to miss it, Greg!
He blocked it.
Got blocked.
He came off the right side. It was Carlton Schrank. Great pressure off that right side by Schrank. Laid out and got the block. The refs are talking about something. I don't know what they're talking about, but I tell you what, big play there by Schrank to block the kick. I don't know why Meskey wasn't in there.
I don't either.
The hold looked like it was a little bit off as well.
But Meskey he kicked the other ones, and he's been kicking all year. So I'm not sure either, Greg, but it definitely didn't turn out the way Bluff wanted it.
Nas Tim Damas said, how important are these extra points in a game like this where it's just going back and forth? And the Hornets missed the first one. Now, next time, if they do get into the end zone again, here comes the 2-point conversion. Have a feeling that these Hornets have no problem
trying it.
Going for 2.
Yeah. But, Greg, they got to get the ball. They may not get the ball back until midway through the 3rd quarter at this point, but we'll see. They have not been able to stop Liberty Hill's offense yet. Kicking off right now, what will they do? Will they try an onside kick and give Liberty Hill good field position? I think he should just kick it out of the end zone. He's not going to do that. He kicks it off to the left-hand side. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 27, 28-yard line.
They're going to give him that same position. It's going to be right around the 45-yard line. And, Tim, now you might as well go for that onside kick if you're going to let it just go right there.
And I'm not sure. Messi might be a little shaken up himself if they don't have
added to the end of the kick. First down at the 35.
As well, because when he kicked it off to start the game, he kicked it 5 yards out of the end zone.
Yeah, he kicked it to
with
the moon.
no wind.
He kicked it to the moon.
And here we go. Liberty Hill has the ball on their own 35-yard line. Right-hand hash, 3.5 minutes left. Vickers takes a snap. He runs a quarterback sneak up the middle. It gets across the 40 to the 42-yard line on a quarterback sneak.
Gotta love it when your quarterback can pick up 6 on first down, basically just plowing right up the middle of the field.
Greg, I think Liberty Hill just figured something out. I'll tell you after this play that's developed. Up the line, 2nd and 3. Vickers pitches out left inside to Hines. He gets hit at the 45, but he has the first down across. Greg, the coach is coming out to and calling the play without doing a substitution. Look right here. See 22 on now. There he goes. He did it on the play before where he gave the play to Justin Lovell, and they couldn't sub. He walked out and gave him the play, didn't do a sub. And
have not seen that in the past. Right? That's not a tactic that Liberty Hill uses.
No, but they're slow. I mean, it's a counter move. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Handoff left side. Luke Miller gets to the 50-yard line. Gets inside, maybe to the 49. That's where they'll mark him. 5-yard gain.
The Hornets grasping at the ball, trying to strip it. Good job by Miller there to hang it on tight and pick up 5 on first down.
2.5 minutes left to go until halftime. Liberty Hill is leading 21-20. What has been a incredible game so far offensively from both sides.
Jack Pitchford in the game now for his first offensive action.
Hand off to Pitchford, left-hand side. No,
No.
Vickers has it, and he's going to go all the way down the sideline.
That's Ben Carter right up the middle. Right up the middle.
I can't believe I missed that, Greg.
Right up the middle, Tim. It's your favorite play.
I know,
to
and I
Ben
missed it.
Carter, right up the middle, right through everybody.
Every running back was open.
But I tell you what, it leaves a lot of time on the play clock for Pelucio to just go right back down the field. My goodness, what a play by the Panthers. Pitchford comes in. Jack Pitchford comes in, but Carter gets his biggest run of the game. They were all open. They were all going to score.
The running backs.
They did not have any. Every running back out of the slot T was open.
They all could have had the ball and scored. Snaps back. Kick is up, and it's into the pool, and good. And Liberty Hill extends its lead to 28-20 with 1:58 left to go. Greg, when is the last time I got fooled?
It's been a minute, especially on the Ben Carter run, because
I usually get those.
I know how much we love Lil Ben cutback Carter getting the ball up the middle, and
got me.
But like we said, it was so weird because there were so many players open. Any running back that had the ball in that situation was in space, and no one was chasing them. I don't know who they were trying to tackle there. The Hornets just were kind of, man. I don't know.
I've never seen.
I don't know if I've ever seen
running back.
I've never seen all of them be open, and
all at the same time.
One was open on the left, but
2 was open on the
right, and Carter right up the middle. Wow, what a play there by these Panthers to put them up 28-20.
And Greg, that's the whole thing about this offense. It's an offense of deception, right? And as many years I've been doing it, I'm pretty good at seeing the ball where, but that time it got me, and that's what happens. It got everybody. I see this all the time, and it got everybody.
But there was really not one player on the Hornet team until Carter was 40 yards down the field that realized Ben Carter had it.
Right. I found out from you. Here we go, the kickoff. Let's see if he tries to boot it. And he does, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone. And he does his out the back. And look who won down the race. Preston Mixon wins the race to the sideline.
Preston Mixon down there. Luke Miller, normally the standard kickoff winner on the run there. Pitchford also gets in.
So
good job there by Mixon.
Ball comes out to the 25. Minute 58 left. Plenty of time for this offense. A quick strike. 2 receivers left. One to the right. Greg, though, that they can't be very conservative because they don't want to run a lot of clock out. Pelucio takes a snap, throws it out left-hand side. It is complete for a pickup of about 6 or 7 yards to Cameron Dixon.
Clock ticking.
7-yard pickup to the 32. More importantly for Liberty Hill, the clock is ticking.
Hitch and go on the table right now.
Maybe with a snaps back, looks out the right, almost the same type of play. It is complete to the right-hand side, first down. That is White Elwood down the sideline, across the 40, knocked out about the Liberty Hill 34-yard line.
Just like that.
Wow.
Hornets in business right down the field.
Minute 29 left. Hornets needed that play to get in striking distance. Empty backfield. I'm sure will be empty backfield the whole time unless they get inside the 5. Snaps back, looking right, one-on-one. It is complete about the 25-yard line. Gets out of a tackle, still down the sideline. Gets tackled about the 10-yard line.
Pelucio got hit so hard that time it knocked his helmet off.
He's got to come out, right? He's got to come out of the game. And that's what Liberty Hill's yelling as he lost his helmet. I'm surprised Pelusio's not having to come out. Snaps back. Pelusio's looking across the middle. Throws it to the right inside. Flags down. And it's a touchdown, but let's hold on. There's a flag down on the play.
Yeah, they're going to back him up.
Yep, I think it's an offensive penalty. But it was a touchdown. Let's see what the call is.
Jump block. Number 72, number 78 on the offense. It's a 15-yard penalty.
15 yards.
They got them both. They got 72 and 78 for the chop block. I wonder if they were going after the guy that absolutely waylaid Pelusio there.
Ball's back to the 25 now. Still first and goal. Now from the 25. 109 left. That's significant now. 2 receivers to the left if they don't change the formation. Now 3 receivers to the left. 1 slot guy to the right-hand side. That is
Meskey out there.
Pelusio takes a snap, looks across the middle, throws left. It's tipped, caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. Kyler Meskey on the catch. It looked like
25-yard touchdown.
wow.
No flags on the play, and it definitely got tipped at the line, folks. He tipped that ball to possibly knock it down. Maybe put it in the hand of a Panther.
I don't think it was going to Meskey necessarily with that tip because the tip, it didn't lose a lot of velocity, but it changed direction.
It might have not. You're absolutely right. It really could have went.
And I think that's why he was so wide open, is that the trajectory of the ball thrown wasn't towards Meskey.
And now they're going to go for 2 to try to tie this ball game up.
28-26. Trying to go for 2. Snaps back. Rolling out to the right-hand side. Throws it out to the receiver, and he picks it up. Complete.
Oh, there's a flag on the play. I don't know if it's going to be against the offense. If they're going to take him out for a – they're going to back him up.
They are going to back him up.
Flag on the play.
And
offensive pass interference on the Hornets. The reason that he was so wide open in the top of that flat was because that the Hornet
now they're going to
picked him off.
I think now they're going to kick it. They got to kick this.
That play was wide open, folks.
Yeah.
With Pelusio running out into space and a receiver running an out pattern, almost indefensible.
They're going to kick it now, and we do see Kyler Meskey on the kick. So he is back in at the kicking role. Would you watch for a – you always got to watch for a fake, right?
It's, it is far back. I think the Panthers would take a fake here because it's definitely within Meskey's range.
Oh, wow. Look, all the officials now really close. Here we go. Snaps back. Meskey kicks it. Got the distance, and it's good. So 1 minute and 1 second left. The Panthers now have a 28-27 lead. And the Panthers are going to have another shot at it, albeit not a lot of time.
They have 2 timeouts left.
Yep.
Fort Bend Marshall 14.
Wow, Fort Bend Marshall is losing.
Fort Bend Marshall.
Wow, we just heard at the moment, powerhouse in Houston, Fort Bend Marshall is losing to Port Neches Groves. They're both from the same district, and Marshall beat them earlier this year pretty bad, I think, and that's a big game. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game.
The coaching staff for Fort Bend in the booth next to us, and you just got to wonder, if you're sitting here scouting this game, we'll talk about scouting 2 totally different teams. Who do you want to face here? My goodness. Pick your poison. These offenses are just lighting it up right now. Neither team able to get a foothold in this ball game.
Meskey, you got to kick it out of the back end zone. You just can't give him a short field here.
You don't want to give him a
And he does. He puts his foot into it, heading out of the back of the end zone, and it will come out to the 25, and that's where the Panthers will start this drive.
Haven't seen the 226 pitch, Tim? Is that what we call it?
Yeah, but Greg, let me tell you, the personnel is different right now. And so I'm telling you that maybe I hear you, but without Noah Long in the game, I'm not convinced they're going to run that play. And that one may stay in the pocket. Here we go. Vickers under center. Take snap. Hands off left-hand side to Jack Pitchford, trying to get the sideline. He gets tackled just across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Clock ticking, 50 seconds and counting. 2nd and 4. You know, might you just give it to Carter up the middle and see if you could open it up, right? It's worked last week several times. It worked tonight a couple of times. They do have it bunched up in the middle pretty well, but the offensive line's done a good job. Here we go. Handoff to Luke Miller, left-hand side. He is bunched up at the 35-yard line. He'll have enough for a first down, but it's 20 seconds left to go in the half.
They get the timeout.
22 seconds left to go.
Oh, no, they're just moving the first down. They're going to let the clock run.
Yep, there goes under 19. Wow, they're just going to run this one out, Greg. They've just decided to run this one out. Yep, that's it. They're going to go to the locker room. For some reason, here we go. Inside handoff to Luke Miller. He gets to the 40. That's into the half, and Liberty Hill's going to go into the locker room up 28-27. And Liberty Hill will have the ball when they come back out for the second half. Greg, thoughts on the first half?
What a great ball game so far. The Panthers really, like you said, the offense without two of its stars, two of its offensive stars in Noah Long, all-state running back, and you know, the really the engine in one of the engines in this offense, and Pitchford, two dynamic runners. They were, you know, ready to light it up here. They have not come back onto the field since that first possession. But you know what? Here come the backups. Yep. Here come the guys that have gotten in. Jackson Hines, Jack Pitchford, Luke Miller. These guys have gotten good reps over the course of the year. And, you know, the offensive line hasn't changed. The offensive line is doing Tim has mentioned several times how great this offensive line is playing and opening up holes that these backs are now running to. Ball security, such a big thing here in the playoffs, and they're doing just an excellent job of getting the ball where it needs to be.
Well, we'll see what adjustments happen in the second half. Offensively, I'm not sure Liberty Hill makes any adjustments. I mean, they're running the ball pretty successfully. I don't think they have to do some of that. Defensively, you're definitely you're working overtime in there in the locker room.
Well, you just got to find a way to keep hitting Pelusio. You got to find a way to put pressure on him, step in front of a ball. You know, they've tipped a couple. They've turned them over a few times. You know, keep hitting the ball. Keep trying to get in front of it and making a play on it. And one of those tips eventually is going to come your way. Yep. But I am really, really impressed with the poise and just the fortitude of Jaden Pelusio and how well he's running this offense for the Hornets, and just really keeping this Liberty Hill defense on its heels the entire time they're out there. Even after he gets hit, which, you know, my coach, Scott Reiner, would say every game you got to hit the quarterback, and you got to hit him hard and make sure that he feels it and knows that pressure is coming at any time. And the Panthers have done that, and they've laid the wood to Pelusio, and he's just shaking it off, gotten up, and has delivered strike after strike. We were talking before the game. He's a catcher, right? So he's a baseball player, and he's a pretty good catcher as well. And you know, those guys take some abuse pretty hardcore. So a quarterback catcher, unique combo there. But he is tough as nails. And this Panther team is going to be in for a whole second half of Jaden Pelusio whipping it all over this Northside field.
Well, we'll be back after halftime. We're going to take a break, let you listen to the halftime entertainment by the bands playing for Liberty Hill and Flower Bluff. And we'll be back in about 20 minutes to start the second half. Don't go anywhere. Keep this link up so you can hear the second half, because it's a doozy. Liberty Hill leads 28-27. You're listening to Liberty Hill Football and Vype Media, sponsored by P&R Propane from Liberty Hill.
The bell of the week is Carly Hudnall. The star of the week is Kylie Evans. The bells and stars will be performing a palm routine to Sweet Caroline. High School bells and stars. Here they come, folks, the Liberty Hill High School Panther Band. The band is led on the field by drum majors Levi Nixon, Brian Moore, and Catalina Flores. Freshman of the week is Janessa Gillis. Veterans of the week, we have one of them, Bella Yanis. And the section of the week, the baritone section. Tonight the band will be performing a trio of our favorite stand tunes for you. We're going to start with Land of a Thousand Dances. Nation Army. The band will finish their performance with Hey Baby.
and your food. We would like to thank our royal sponsors, April Sky Home Health Care and Professional Hairdressers for their continued support of the Flower Bluff team. The Flower Bluff Stingline building is under the direction of Ms. Sally Weishel and Assistant Director Ms. Mark Osborne. This year's officers include Lieutenant Sophomore Tracy R., Captain Senior Kaylin Nelson, Second Major Senior Michaela Jordan, First Major Senior Helena Garcia, and the 2022-2023 Colonel Senior Bailey Matthews. The Stingline Social Officers are Sophomore Lena Sines, Sophomore Shira Kaplan. The team will perform a kick routine with their very own Hornet Band to any way you want it. Please welcome the Flower Bluff High School Stingline.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Flower Bluff Independent School District is proud to present for your halftime entertainment the Flower Bluff High School Hornet Band. Drum majors for the Hornet Band are Lucy Ann Johnson and Quinn O'Hagan Lopez. Auxiliary captain and twirler is Mia Olivares. Color guard lieutenants are Carol Hinojosa Ruiz and Finn Carrillo. Our first selection will be Hooked on a Feeling, featuring our amazing color guard. will continue with Your Welcome, which will feature our award-winning twirlers. The Hornet Band is under the direction of Einar Phillips, Grant Lichtenberger, Cooper Hawk, and Charles Horn. The percussion tech is Logan Libby. The fine arts secretary is Christina Dolly.
Back here for the second half of play, about to get started here as the bands come off the field. Teams come on the field. Liberty Hill clinging to a 28-27 lead where we saw 8 touchdowns, Greg, in the first half.
Yep. They between Pelucio and Vickers, Carter, Meskey, the Hornets were putting them in the air. Panthers were putting them on the ground. Almost 300 yards rushing for the Panthers, led by Vickers and Carter. Vickers, 7 carries for 117 yards in his touchdown.
Don't forget Jackson Hines is playing a significant role
Absolutely.
here in this game, and we're going to need to see Jackson Hines have another good half in this second half of play, keeping Liberty Hill in contention here to try to win this game.
Well, Hines, he had a lot of game time this year.
Yep.
And now here he is in a
prime time.
In a meaningful ball game, a playoff game. He's got some experience to draw on. The offensive line absolutely playing lights out. But Tim, you're right. Jackson Hines has to fill some big shoes here in the second half. Keep the ball rolling.
He's doing a great job.
Yes, he is.
The offensive
Absolutely.
line, like I said, is doing a great job. Now, defensively, both teams are really not able to stop the other's offense. But Liberty Hill is going to be receiving this ball, and they're going to take the offense to the field if they can get this return wrapped up. You never know what Port Neches, we're talking about Port Neches, what Flower Bluff is able to do. And speaking of Port Neches, they're leading Fort Bend Marshall by about a touchdown at halftime. So upset alert where Fort Bend Marshall beat Port Neches Groves by 3 touchdowns in their district matchup, and Fort Bend Marshall losing tonight. And the winner of that game plays the winner of this contest. Here we go.
Interesting formation here for the Hornets, as they maybe are going to.
They're going to onside kick it, and it is going to be recovered by Flower Bluff. Onside kick, but there's flags down on the field. I think they were offsides. Greg, I don't see the flag, though. I do not see the.
They're talking about it now. The refs are talking about it. And right now the Panthers special teams on the field. The Flower Bluff teams around the coach. Originally well-designed play.
It was.
Great kick as folks, so there was 3 people to the left of the kicker, 3 people to the right. And right before the play, the 3 players ran and all mixed together behind the kicker as one of them peeled off and kicked the onside kick down the line, and then the other ones came through.
And the kick was perfect. It bounced perfectly.
Could not have asked for a better onside kick to literally bounce over the Liberty Hill player into the arms of the first Hornet and then off to the other.
Greg, I still do not see a flag. Coach Walker is 5-10 yards onto the field. No flag. They're still have the ball marked where the onside kick was recovered. I don't foresee this being re-kicked. It's based on what I'm seeing.
Now they're going to come talk to him.
But Walker's still trying to do throwing the flag motion, but unless there's a flag somewhere I can't see.
Everyone on the coaching staff for Flower Bluff keeps trying to say that it's against the Panthers, but nobody's really making a move here, folks. We're as confused as y'all are. Y'all are listening to us saying you guys are not doing a good job describing what's happening because we're just watching 2 teams on the field, refs in their own huddle, the Flower Bluff team on their side, the special teams on their side.
But the defense is on the field for Liberty Hill. The offense is on the field for Flower Bluff. And 5 officials. Now a flag comes out.
Wow,
the latest flag in history.
My goodness,
5
Coach
minutes.
Walker gets the flag 5 minutes after kick.
Let's hear it. You gonna turn it on. Oop.
Is illegal motion. I think they. Well, no, you can run at the ball. It just says it was a
They're gonna re-kick
procedure. I don't think they're gonna re-kick it. I think that's the offense out in the field.
Oh, that's where they get the ball.
It is where they get the ball.
At the 48-yard line of Flower Bluff.
The Hornets.
To
do a little trickery.
No, they're going to re-kick it. Greg, you can't get the ball back here on. No, they're going to re-kick it. They have to re-kick it. And that's what they're going to do. You just can't give them the ball when they didn't recover. You can't give Liberty Hill ball. They did not recover it.
Liberty Hill tried like heck to get it right there.
Referee's mic is not working. So I'll just tell you, they're going to re-kick it.
And the boos start raining down.
Well, only from
the
one
Flower
side.
Mound
Yeah,
side.
see, now you hear the cheering from the other
Bluff
side. The cheering is drowning out the booing. So they're going to have to re-kick it. And, you know right now the Are they going to do it again, Greg?
I mean, all the surprise is gone out of it. So now the hands team is on.
Mic check.
There you go.
We did a mic check.
There was a player lined up beyond 5 yards that was not the player that kicked the ball. 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
Coach Walker in the rule book letting the refs know that they made a mistake, that he can't be where he was when he kicked that ball. He had to
and
give
it said
him
lined up, Greg. Not that. Yeah, that's interesting. But I just don't know why the flag wasn't thrown in the first place and nobody saw it and they had to talk about it. Oh, here we go. We're going to re-kick it to start the third quarter.
Wow.
10 minutes later.
12 minutes back on the clock as if nothing happened.
Aiden Burrell back deep for Liberty Hill here. They're just going to pooch kick it up in the air and just fair caught at the 45 by Brandon Creek, and that's where Liberty Hill will start this drive at the 45. After all that,
whew. So almost started out as a absolute stinger for these Panthers, but Coach Walker letting the referees know the rules.
Ball on the right-hand hash to start this drive. Up the line of scrimmage they come. Reese Vickers under center. Takes the snap. Going to run it himself off left tackle. Gets a block. Gets to midfield to the 50-yard line and pick up a 5 yards.
On the visitor side,
and that play's worked really well for him. I was talking to Scott Ankwitz with the Liberty Hill Independent about that. That's been a play that they've run several times tonight.
And what's funny about that is, Tim, over the course of the year, we really haven't seen Vickers bust out in that play.
2nd and 5 up the line of scrimmage. Vickers pitches out left side to Jackson Hines, and he's going to pick up 3 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Ball's at the 47.
Good hard run by Hines off the left side.
And this,
the Hornets trying to get their crowd pumped up.
In comes the play from the sideline. In comes the switcheroo from the Hornets, doing a switch, slowing down the play. Liberty Hill, what they're doing, Greg, now, they're just not coming out of the huddle until they get the switch so they can still accomplish what they're doing. Handoff to Luke Miller, left-hand side. He has the first down, just enough. Pick up of 3 yards, enough to move the chains, gets to the 44.
You said earlier in the ball game, a little bit of cat and mouse, a little bit of trying to figure out a way to derail this timing offense of the Panthers, and that's one thing that we've seen over the past 4 or 5 years here against these Panthers is that timing disruption of the late substitution by the defense, forcing the referee to get over the ball and get the last player off the field. But then Jackson Hines waiting until that referee moves to come up.
Jackson Harrison, sorry. Yep. To just make it the same anyway. Pitch right-hand side to Luke Miller. Gets to the 40, gets stood up. Pick up a 4 yards, though.
Not before he picks up 4.
Yeah, and they're Hornets are pretty excited
about
but
it.
He
They
still
love
gave
it.
up 4 yards, but it wasn't a
on first down. I don't know if you get that excited about giving up 4 yards on first down.
It was a good hit.
Against the Panthers, I guess you do.
Yeah,
They're like,
I guess so.
we held them to 4.
we want to thank each and
But that was the celebration was
making the trip
right.
to be
Under 10 minutes now in this third quarter. Liberty Hill leads 28-27. The ball's on their Flower Bluff 40-yard line. Handoff right-hand side to Carter, and he picks up 3 hard-earned yards to make it 3rd down and 3.
He runs so hard up the middle. Does Ben Carter. He does not look like he should get the yards that he does, but he is voracious, a voracious runner.
Greg, I wonder sometimes if this switching is these linemen running on and off the field on this.
Mentally it dictates that you have to do something to disrupt this team.
Yeah.
You can't just play defense against
Here
them.
we go, 3rd and 3. Vickers going to run it himself, and he is going to be short. They're going to mark him just short. I thought he might have gotten it. He is going to be a half yard short. 4th down and less than a yard for a 1st down. Big play. They're bringing in their big bodies. Flower Bluff is bringing in their goal line defense up front.
Wasn't really effective when they brought it in on the goal line. Interesting choice here.
Well, we will find out. You just go with Carter real quick. They do that. Carter picks it up and a little bit more, gets across the 30 to the 29-yard line, a pickup of 5.
I mean, they bring in number 78 and number 77, 2 defensive tackles, and folks, they might be the biggest players in uniform. They just ran away from them. Just didn't run to that side.
Nope, it's just not going to do any good.
Not too hard to coach against that. Just don't run against the big guys. Running off to the right. Carter picks it up.
First down at the 29-yard line of Flower Bluff. 8 minutes left. Hand off to Carter again up the middle. And he's still on his feet. Picks up 3 yards. He's one of the smallest guys on the field, but one of the hardest to bring down, and he may be the smallest guy on the offensive unit.
I don't think there's a maybe involved.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a maybe involved that he's the smallest player on the field at any given time. But
he's strong.
Wow, does he run hard.
2nd and 7. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Liberty Hill leads 28-27. Up the line of scrimmage, Vickers takes the snap. Hands off to Carter, left-hand side. He's still on his feet, gets to the 20. They're going to call him down at the 21. It will be 3rd down and 2.
Quintessential Liberty Hill slot T mafia drive to start the third quarter. Clock ticking. 3, 4, 5, 6 yards at a time goes.
Yep. 3rd and 2. You know, you hear Coach Jerry Vance, the old ball coach, give me 3 yards every play, we're going to score. Vickers under center, hands off left inside to Jackson Hines. He gets the first down, the 2 yards he needs, gets to the 17.
I was going to say that first run by Hines looked like he might have tiptoed up in there and maybe tried to find a pocket or maybe tried to run, didn't dig. That one, no, he just hit the hole hard. He ran behind his blockers, picked up that first down. Great run by Hines off the left side.
They're going to mark him down at the 18, first down nonetheless. Liberty Hill up 28-27, little over 6 minutes left. Vickers under center, takes the snap, going to run himself off left tackle, and he's going to score! Touchdown! Touchdown, Reese Vickers!
Great play by Vickers to fake it off to the left. Naked bootleg, Timmy. He brought it back, and there was nobody touched Vickers. Block perfect, great play call. Panthers up 7, pending the extra point.
Vickers has to stay on the field because he's the holder. Been doing that a couple of years. Snaps back. Kick is up, and it's in the pool again. Splash!
They got a truck full of balls for Connor Hawkins, who's sending them into the swim center.
Liberty Hill extends their lead 35-27 with 6 minutes left to go in this third quarter.
Exactly what the Panthers needed to start this ball game, and again magnifies, Tim, that pass that was made in that third quarter by Pelucio to keep these Hornets within striking range, because it easily could be 20-35 right now had they not made that play.
A little over 6 minutes left to go in this third quarter. A good statement drive.
Third quarter score, it's UTSA 31, North Texas.
To start the half, Greg, and that is definitely something that they needed. Here is Connor Hawkins set to kick it off from his 40. 2 guys back deep for the Hornets. Hopefully maybe he just tries to put his foot into this one and kick it away. And he does, but it's not going to go out of the back of the end zone. Yes, it is. It lands at the 1. and then bounces into the end zone.
Just barely, just
was
barely. The wind's still non-existent here at Northside Field. Nothing doing.
And here is the first drive for the Hornets in this second half. Down 8, led by their quarterback, Jaden Pelucio, a sophomore who played a great first half of play, leading his team to 4 touchdowns. 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Look at the ISO here on the left-hand side, and he does. He's looking across the middle, and it is tipped, incomplete pass. Pass intended to Cameron Dixon. They do like doing that ISO play on the lone receiver.
You've pointed out a couple times, and every time that you've noted it, it really has gone to that receiver. He just drops back. That was just a straight post route across, just right to the post from his spot. Aiden Burrell dislodges the ball.
Second down, snap back, handoff left tackle, and hit hard. Martinez on the carry, he picks up 3.
Aiden Burrell, welcome to the game. Look at him. He's getting high fives from everybody. Great tackle by Burrell to come up and lay the wood and bring up 3rd and long.
It is 3rd and long, 3rd and 7. Think it's the passing down, Greg? 2 to the right, receivers, 1 to the left. Snaps back, he's looking left. Right away, it is complete, has the first down. Run out of bounds about the 37-yard line.
Again, one of those plays with the arm strength of Pelucio and the cushion that these Panthers are giving these receivers. That out route is available whenever they want it.
4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. I don't think they're going to ISO on the left this time. Maybe they will, but snaps back. Now they're looking straight right. Now he looks left. Has plenty of time, just sort of jotting around outside. Finally gets a little pressure, and it's picked off! It's picked off! It's picked off! Carlton Schrank read it and picked it off!
The senior watching the sophomore like a hawk. And the problem with telling your receivers where to go is you're also telling the defenders. Carlton Schrank just sat back like a hawk, a ball hawk, and watched Pelucio go to the right. As soon as he threw, he motioned right to where the ball was going. As soon as he did, Schrank stepped in. Big turnover for the Panthers.
Ball's on the 48-yard line. Their own 48, Liberty Hill's 48-yard line. 5.5 minutes left. Handoff right up the middle to Jackson Hines. He picks up 4 yards on first down. 2nd and 6.
Jackson Hines picked up 4, brings up a 2nd and 6 for the Panthers.
Ball's on the left-hand hash. Plays coming in. Now the slow roll by the Hornets. Four minutes, 45 seconds left. Up the line of scrimmage comes the offense. Vickers under center, takes the snap, hands off to Carter up the middle, spins out of a tackle, gets about 2 yards short of the first down, right across midfield to the gets to the 44-yard line. It's 3rd and 2.
Interesting dynamic here with Pelucio off on the sideline, just all by himself. Isolated, nobody around him.
3rd down and 2. Offense comes out. Vickers hands off left inside to Jackson Hines. He gets the first down and a little bit more. Gets across the 40 to the 38-yard line.
Jackson Hines with the first down.
Great run by Hines there. This Panther team absolutely loving this running clock.
1st and 10.
Grinding out yards and just keeping Pelucio off the field.
Greg, I don't know. Well, I'll mention it after this play. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And Vickers is going to keep it himself. And that one didn't develop. Pickup of 2 before he's brought down. Didn't develop right. Greg, I'm almost wondering with all the switching that they're doing to cat and mouse on the Hornets side, if they're not wearing their guys out running on and off the field.
The mental aspect of it is you're trying to do this not for a defensive reason or any kind of scheme. It's literally just to play with the mind of the Panthers and try to slow them down.
And then
now they're not doing it.
2nd and 8, they didn't do it that time. Vickers under center, takes the snap, and going to run it off right tackle. Has some blockers, cuts across the 30, the 25, the 20, and he's going to be brought down inside the 10. They're marking down at the 9-yard line.
Reese Vickers, senior quarterback, just stepping up right now. Long, Pitchford not in the game, and Reese Vickers putting this team on his back and playing maybe, Tim, the finest game I've ever seen this young man play right now. He has decided to step up when his guys are not in there, and he is just playing as good of a ball game as a quarterback can in this offense.
1st and goal. Oh, the ball got up in the air, but Dixon picks it up, across the 10. He cuts it back. He gets tackled about the 5 or 6 yard line. That almost was a disaster.
Yeah, but Jackson Hines, he juggled it a little bit there, missed the handoff, but great job by Hines to grab it, secure it, and pick up yardage as he goes.
Ball's on the 6 yard line, 2nd and goal from the 6. Play comes in from the sideline. You're right, they're not doing switching now from the sideline. Up the line of scrimmage they come. Quarterback sneak right up the middle. Vickers gets it to what looks like the 3 yard line. Flag's down. Late flag coming in. And they're clapping done by Liberty Hill like this might be.
Maybe a face mask or something like that. It looked like it was at that spot.
Oh, another flag.
Oh, he's yelling at him now there's some frustration happening on the Hornets there.
Wow.
I maybe was, when you said that, Tim, that it's tiring them out or running back and forth. These are young men that they should be in shape, but these are defensive linemen, big defensive linemen that you're making them do 40-yard sprints off the field every play.
Yeah.
And they decided to stop it. It may have taken its toll.
Here he is.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 2. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 99. Half the distance penalties. Both will be enforced. First down.
One for sure was during the play. The other, he said something to the ref, and he's off the field. Now they're both off the field.
Well, they should be.
After the penalties.
So the ball is marked inside the 1, literally about a foot from the goal line.
Because you marked them both. You got half, and then you got another half.
This is a chance to put Liberty Hill up by 2 scores. Big play here for both teams. Well, of course, it's first down. So Liberty Hill has several shots at it. And the coach is talking to the referees about what happened.
Yeah, he's finding out what was said and why the flag was thrown out of frustration.
Especially the
maybe
second
a pronoun used. Once you say you or you start talking specifically to a referee, that flag comes out immediately.
Yeah. Here they come. 1st and goal from like the 1 foot line. Vickers takes the snap, hands off the left-hand side. It's a touchdown.
Airborne Ben Carter. Timmy went over the top.
He did. He didn't go down low.
No.
Ben Carter on the score.
Ben Air Carter with his touchdown his second of the game, up over the top. I like Air Carter. Cutback Carter. He's got a lot of nicknames, Tim.
Welcome back, Carter. Here we go. The point after attempt. Snaps back. Kick is up. And it's good. And Liberty Hill extends its lead. 42-27.
Connor Hawkins with the
Wow.
conversion.
What a
This
turn of events.
First off, the offense is doing what it's supposed to do. Grinding down the field, tiring out the defense, picking up first down after first down after first down after touchdown, and then the defense comes up big with a turnover.
You said before the game that you didn't think that this team would be able to stop Liberty Hill.
I did.
And we are seeing it right now. Every offensive possession is ending in a touchdown. And, you just can't ask for a better performance from this offense, especially considering your all-state running backs are not in the game. Jackson Hines, Jack Pitchford, Luke Miller, and then Reese Vickers having maybe the game of his life right now. Ben Carter's going to be there.
Right. And and for it to be with Vickers doing it tonight, I mean, he was doing it early in the game. So when everybody was still out there playing. And so for him to continue to do it, and we haven't seen it much all year, it has been probably one of the most effective plays of the game. Every time. Here's the kickoff and out of the end zone, and that's where Flower Bluff will come out. Look at the hustle downfield with these kickoff teams.
They love it. They love to get down the field.
We're pumped up now.
It will be Flower Bluff possession.
Flower Bluff will start this drive at the 25-yard line. We only have a minute 50 left in this third quarter play. Greg, have you updated the scoreboard?
Wait. 42-27.
All right.
I'm on the money.
Sure
How about that?
You
Not
don't get
bad.
in trouble. You don't
but Coach Les making sure that I'm hitting the digits.
You don't get written up. You don't get written up. All right, here we go.
To the principal's office.
We've been there many times. 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left. Snap back, Pelucio looking left-hand side. It is complete. Oh, the ball's loose. The ball's loose, and Liberty Hill has it.
They're trying to say he's down.
No,
he's not. It's Panther ball.
Another turnover for the Panthers. Ball was completed to Cameron Dixon, and he got lit up, lost the ball, and the Panthers recover at the 23-yard line.
Panthers in business again. Exactly what did not need to happen for these Hornets happened on the very first play, trying to get their offense rolling. It's not. They drug the defense back out on the field, and these Panthers are poised to stick it in the end zone again.
Here we go. The offense on the field. Vickers under center. Hands off inside to Carter. He's still on his feet. Gets to the 10, inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Man, he is such a hard runner up the middle. Such a hard run. Folks, if you haven't seen him play, if you hadn't had a chance to watch Ben Carter, you just can't really describe. He gets shot out of a cannon up the middle, and he's the tiniest player out there, but no one can bring him down. He just runs straight up the middle against this giant Flower Bluff line, picks up the first down.
First and goal from the 9. Handoff left-hand side to Hines. He gets across the 5 to the 10, maybe the 3. Nice first down run. Gets it to, I think they're going to mark him down at the 3-yard line. That's the 4.
Again, Jackson Hines putting his foot down and making that hard cut up into that defensive line. The Panthers loving that the clock is just rolling.
Just under 50 seconds now left to go in the third quarter play. Liberty Hill is just totally eat up clock here in this third quarter. Handoff. No, they've lost the ball. It's a fumble. Flower Bluff has it, and he's going to go all the way. Greg, I can't even tell you what happened there. The ball got loose, and Flower Bluff picked it up and run it back for a touchdown. Wow. Just when Liberty Hill was about to put things away, Flower Bluff finds a way to get back in this game.
Unbelievable. I cannot believe that just happened. It is unreal that what we saw was a play by Corpus Christi. Again, when they had to have it, they found a way to dig deep and get back into this ball game, Tim. Oh.
On for the extra point. Kyler Meshi set to kick it. And there's movement on the offensive side, and they're going to have to re-kick it.
It went through.
No, it was offensive movement. They're going to have to re-kick it. It was on the offense. No?
Let's see. Oh.
Yep, they're going to have to re-kick it.
Offsides on the defense.
No, on the
After
defense.
distance penalty. Replay the try.
Wait, what?
You're right. They are going to replay it, and now they're going to go for 2 and put it back within 7.
Wow, offense is on the field now to go for that 2.
Interesting choice, though. At 9, you think you'd want to get to within a 1-score ball game. But again, this out route up at the top with number 18 or 23, if you roll Pelucio out to the right and then throw it into the flat up top.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Takes his get. Pelucio looking. Throws it out in towards the end zone. It is complete for a 2-point conversion. That's complete to, looks like Andre Mims. Excuse me, Wyatt Elwood. And that is going to make it a 7-point game. Greg, Liberty was about to go up 3 touchdowns.
I cannot believe that just happened to a Liberty Hill offense that was perfect all game long. And really were playing so well. And you credit this Hornet defense for making a play when they had to, coming up big when they had to.
Greg, I still didn't see where the ball got
I did not
loose.
either. I didn't see if it was in the hand. It was, folks, they were on the half-yard line. It was just right there. You know, you're right on the deal. You just have to kind of get it in. I think it was either the center quarterback exchange or the quarterback trying to hand it off. I don't think Vickers was keeping it. I think he definitely tried to hand it off. But they're all so tight in there. You know, somebody gets a hand in, somebody gets a big paw in. They're trying to do everything they can to dislodge that ball, and they managed to get one out and put the
crazy.
And they're lining up for an onside kick. It's no question. Now, you saw him, the kicker, when he came out.
Because they don't think they can stop Liberty Hill. They haven't.
Well, they know they can't.
They can't
exactly.
stop them.
It's not a question.
They can't stop
They
them.
know they can't stop them.
But they're not coming out. They are coming out in a different formation, Greg. A different one.
It's just a straight onside. 6 guys
the onside
coming at
kick.
you.
Goes out of bounds. Liberty Hill's going to get the ball. There's flags down, and they waylaid one of the Liberty Hill players, and he's slow to get up, and that's Ben Carter. No, it's not Ben Carter. Sorry. That was Hudson Stillwell, and that's going to go against, that's unsportsmanlike conduct,
I don't think they called it. Unfortunately, I think that they just let that play go.
No,
because it was, your
right.
job on that,
Right.
your job on that kickoff team there, or to try to go get that deal. You're a gunner.
Offsides on the kicking team. Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team. 5 yards added to the out of bounds spot. First down.
Wow. And he's offsides.
So the ball's placed at the 45-yard line of the Hornets. That's where Liberty Hill will start this drive. Now they need to get down there and score, Greg, for sure, to maintain that 2-touchdown lead. Right now it's only 7 when they were about to be up just moments ago. They were 1 foot away from being up 3 touchdowns, and now they're only up 7. Up the line of scrimmage they come, ball on the right-hand hash. Vickers takes the snap, going to follow his right tackle. Gets across the 40, the 30. Vickers is going to score! Touchdown!
Reese Vickers! He said, whatever, I'm going to get back up 2 scores. His fine is there. Just put a stamp on it right now. Vickers is playing the game of his life exactly when these Panthers need it. He steps up big right there to put the Panthers up 13 pending the Connor Hawkins extra point. Wow.
Here is the extra point attempt. Connor Hawkins, and this kid can kick.
This one's going in the pool.
Snaps back, kick is up, and it's in the pool, off the diving well. And Liberty Hill goes up 49-35. Greg, I'm going to tell you right now, not only have I called most years since the second state championship game, I also watched Liberty Hill prior to that.
When you weren't calling, I was calling.
Well, yes, but I watched them before the first state championship and that one. This tonight, this takeout passing, because the greatest passing game ever was Braden Fickle, in my opinion. But so this is the best game a Liberty Hill quarterback has had that I've ever seen.
I agree.
With Reese Vickers.
I agree. Exactly when he needed to step up, he has stepped up. This coaching staff keeps calling his number, and he keeps delivering. And right when the Panthers needed to get a shot of adrenaline, they got it and put the Hornets back on their heels.
Greg, is it drizzling? It is. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to be a pooch kick. And it's on the ground, and it gets picked up and tackled immediately at the 33-yard line. Greg, I think it's maybe not.
It's a little foggy.
That might be
the
it.
Smoke from the prowler.
Nobody's covering up. I'm looking at the bleachers. See the moisture on the bleachers?
Oh, I see it as well.
Yeah. But nobody seems to have any umbrellas or cover-ups or anything. But here we go. Now back on the field is, with 15 seconds to go in the third quarter, Pelucio and the offense is back on the field. Two receivers right, one left, empty backfield. Snaps back, Pelucio looking like going to run it himself. And he is going to be dropped for a loss.
David Morris spying on Pelucio, and as soon as they decided to make it a straight run, Morris came hard, and that's going to bring up the fourth quarter.
We're going to take a break real quick. Liberty Hill leads 49-35 as we head into the fourth quarter. You're listening to Liberty Hill Football, sponsored by P&R Propane.
Be a Liberty Hill Panther football booster. Football family, the Panthers need you. Support the Brotherhood and support the purchase of equipment, uniforms, multiple scholarships, and much more. Just go to lhpantherfootball.com and sign up. Show your support this year. Be a Liberty Hill High School football booster. Find out more at lhpantherfootball.com. Business sponsorships can also get in contact at lhfbsponsorships@gmail.com.
21.
Back here to start the fourth quarter. Hey, everybody. You don't want to miss the UIL State football experience at Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, Texas this December. That's in 2 weeks. Come out for an action-packed 4 days, Wednesday, December 14th through Saturday, December 17th, and witness the best teams in each division battle it out in the final games of the season. Tickets and all tournament pass information can be found at uiltexas.org. Here we go. 2nd and 12 after Pelucio was dropped for a loss. Back to the 31-yard line. Snap back, Pelucio. No pressure whatsoever. Throws it across the middle. Incomplete. In and out of the hands of Kyler Meshi.
Carlton Schrank gave him a little what for there.
He's about to get lit up.
He was about, Meshi was definitely about to get lit up by Carlton Schrank, his number mate there. Both number 23s out having a couple of great ball games. Are the 23s.
3rd and 12. 3 receivers out left. Watch the ISO out here on the right with 1 receiver to the right. He's looking across the middle. Under pressure, trying to stiff arm, and he's going to be sacked. Back at the 20. There's a flag on the play in the secondary. They're going to call, I think, interference.
They are, but it was young Jacob Morris in on the sack.
Number 20 on the defense. 10-yard previous spot down. First down.
Automatic first down. Gavin Salinas on the hold in the backside of that deal. No way was that ball going that way.
Nope. And that would have been 4th down and forever. But that gives a first down for Flower Bluff at their own 41-yard line. Just starting the fourth quarter of play, Liberty Hill leads 49-35.
Tim, so many times these Hornets have been down and up against it, and just keep fighting back.
3 receivers to the left, none to the right. Pelucio takes the snap. He's looking across the middle, throws it up in the air, incomplete pass. Just overthrew his receiver, Cameron Johnson.
Johnson had to lay out for that ball. If he did make the catch, he wasn't going anywhere else, but he almost a heck of an effort. But I mean, you go back to the first half, the 4th down, the 6-inch line. This one, right? Like they just keep having an extra life when these Panthers are putting their foot right on their throat.
4 receivers left, 1 to the right. The ISO could be over here to the right-hand side.
He checked it.
Pelucio takes a snap. He's looking right all the way, throws it up, and off timing, incomplete pass brings up 3rd down.
I think it was tipped. I think, again, there's the younger brother of David Morris, is Jacob Morris. I think he might have tipped that ball, or he definitely interfered with Pelucio as he was trying to get it. 44 coming in and having an impact right now.
3rd down and 10, another big 3rd down at the 41-yard line of the Hornets. 11 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in this game. Liberty Hill leads 49-35. 3 receivers lined up to the left, empty backfield, 1 to the right. Snaps back, looking left all the way, throws it, is complete across the 45. Ball's loose! Ball's out! I got it back, Greg. Hornets got it back. Hornets got the ball back. We have a injured Panther on the field. White Sprinkle, a little shaken up, going to come off the field for a moment.
And I think it was because he just came up and just absolutely walloped Wyatt Elwood. Some Wyatt on Wyatt crime there.
So 4th and 2, a little bit long 2. 4th down.
Sideline warning. Liberty Hill.
Liberty
4th
Hill.
down.
As the whole entire Liberty Hill team is now almost in the stands.
Yeah. 4th down and 2. Let's see if they put Martinez in the backfield. They do. You might see a run here to get that 2 yards. Now they're going to change it. Actually, Martinez is not in the game. That is Cameron Johnson. They wanted to see what Liberty Hill was going to do as far as formation goes.
Another huge play in this ballgame.
Pelucio under center. Takes a snap. Oh, the ball's loose, Greg.
Ball's loose. They're not going to get it.
The ball's loose. They don't get the first down. They're not going to get the first down. Liberty Hill's ball.
David Morris comes out. He's holding it over his head. He's jumping around. Go duck it in the trash can, David.
He's holding it up like the Lion King.
He did. He absolutely did. He was showing everybody, showing all of Liberty Hill that he got that ball. And he's going to go in and dunk it on the trash can. I can't see it. I can't see it.
Too foggy. Greg, I don't even know what that play was.
It looked like another handoff. I couldn't tell either.
All right, ball now. Liberty Hill has Vickers going to run himself again. He crossed the 40, the 30. He finally's brought down at the 20. What a game he's having. That's a 25-yard run.
Coach just keeps dialing up Vickers' name. The Hornets have absolutely no answer for it. Folks, he's just turning around, faking like he's going to hand off, and then he's following his blockers. This offensive line is having a massive game right now.
And Greg, let's credit also all the running backs
Of
blocking.
course.
Yeah.
It's total team effort,
10
right?
other guys blocking.
Slot T Mafia.
Unbelievable.
Going to the mattresses.
Ball's on the right-hand hash. Up they come. And handoff up the middle. That is Ben Carter for another Liberty Hill touchdown.
Timmy slid into
what? He dove headfirst in the end zone, slid about 8 yards in the end zone like he was on a slip and slide.
Let's talk about it. He's run in, he's aired in, and now he's slid in. How many different ways can Ben Carter get into the end zone?
Can you spin in?
We're going to see it maybe.
Can you back in?
Panthers up 20.
9.5 minutes left in this game. Hawkins with the kick. kicks it into the administration building. It's good. 56-35, Greg.
And just a collective breath by the Liberty Hill faithful.
By me.
I mean, all of us, really, just because, look, game's not over, folks. Absolutely not. But you feel like right now that this Panther team, this Panther offense is just a juggernaut on this field and cannot be stopped.
Greg, time-wise, 3 minutes ago, this was a 7-point game. Time-wise.
It was on the verge. 3 minutes prior, it was on the verge of being
another blowout.
You know what I mean? So
being like
it is
this.
what a great ball game here, and now, like I said, you get this 21-point cushion, so to speak, and you're really forcing the Hornets to have to score quick. Fortunately for them, that's kind of how they've been playing all game. They're not going to change anything. They're just going to keep dialing it up. But the Panthers have turned them over 3 times here in the second half. And Tim, the Panthers defense has held the Hornets offense to no points this half.
Wow.
Well, 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
So, okay, so 2 points, but
that's it.
That's it.
And that's special teams, really, I think. Almost.
I agree. You're right. It's back to 0. I totally agree.
Kicks off in the end zone. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
The touchdown given up by the offense when they fumbled at the 1-yard line, at the 6-inch line. Vickers almost made that tackle.
That's true.
P&R Propane Player of the Game, Reese Vickers.
No doubt. No doubt. He should get propane for life.
Somebody give Vickers
some propane. Man,
I don't know if we're allowed to give that out. I don't think they.
We
I don't think they gave.
No,
they didn't say we could do that.
No, I can just see Vickers going over there tomorrow. Hey, I heard I get some free propane. Snaps back. Pelucio throws it out to the right, and it is complete. But really a very short gain of maybe 2 yards.
Great job of closing speed by Gavin Salinas.
Bring up 2nd and 8. 9 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this game. And that doesn't look like the Hornets are in a big hurry right now either. Clock is still ticking. We may see some trick plays, Greg, and this might be it right here. Snap down. Ball's on the turf. Pelucio throws it up in the air, and there's not a receiver
close.
He's
in the tackle box.
But they're not going to throw the flag. Oh, they're going to talk about it.
They're
going to talk about it.
They are. He's in the tackle box.
7 comes over and stands in the area when he was actually 20 yards downfield.
Good job. Throw it. He did try to get there. Good for him. Good for 7 to try to fake him, but he didn't.
Number 7 on the offense. That's a spot foul.
And he got the penalty. Look at 7. He's like, it wasn't even me. Like, we gave him the penalty. You got it.
Wow. That's a good call, though, Greg.
Oh, absolutely. All made up by bad snap. Trying to make something, happen. Doesn't take the sack, but it's going to back him up and bring up 3rd and long.
3rd and 13.
13 to be exact.
3rd and 13. Roll out to the left-hand side as Pelucio throws it out towards the sideline. It is complete. He's tackled. Short gain of about 4 yards.
And it brings up what is essentially, Tim, this is for the ball game. You have to figure the Hornets have to convert here to have any chance of winning this ball game. You give it back to the Panthers here, they're going to grind 6 minutes off this clock and put it in the end zone again. Already in Connor Hawkins' field goal range.
Biggest shout out to Joni Collins listening in from Liberty Hill. Thank you, Joni, for tuning in. Long-time Liberty Hill fan. Snaps back, 3 receivers on the right. Under pressure, gets the ball knocked out. Ball's loose, but the Hornets cover it up.
Tanner Kearley off the right side makes the strip sack on Pelucio. He goes down. Here comes the Panther offense.
Wow. 8 minutes left to go. There's a lot of time on the clock, but Liberty Hill wants to get it punched in again. They want to keep controlling the clock.
first and 10 for the Panthers from the Hornet 15-yard line.
Here they come. Ball's in the middle of the two hashes. Vickers takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Hines down the right side. Gets across the 10 to the 8-yard line. Nice first down pickup.
Good job by Hines keeping it in. Austin Vandergriff beats Dripping Springs 27-24.
Wow, that is a big game. Big game.
Tim, Galena Park, North Shore, 31-7 over Humble.
Yes, that was expected, I think.
Argyle, 28-14 over Abilene Wiley. Looks like they're going to win their region.
And ball's at the 9. And it's handoff right-hand side to Luke Miller. He gets down to the 2-yard line.
Tim, final in Port Neches Groves, 29. Fort Bend Marshall, 21.
Wow.
That
huge
game is
upset.
over. Regional
Huge
champion
upset.
Port Neches, and they are going to meet the winner of this ball game, which, for all intents and purposes, it looks like it's going to be these Panthers.
Wow, huge upset for the second year in a row. Fort Bend Marshall was picked to win their region, and even some picked them to win state. It is a touchdown for Liberty Hill. Trying to see the number. It is Ben Carter again.
He might have spun in for that one.
Ben Carter with the 2-yard touchdown.
Sorry, Ben Carter, you don't get player of the game after scoring 4 touchdowns.
You don't. You don't. And you know what? Ben Carter would not even vote for himself.
No,
if he had a vote, he would give it
to
to his quarterback. I would almost guarantee it. With the ball game that Vickers has had.
He's had an incredible game.
South Oak Cliff, 15. Melissa, 9. That's in the third quarter.
Wow. Extra point kick is up, and it is good. And Liberty Hill leads 63-35. Woo!
The breathing room everyone wanted to have in this ball game comes midway through the fourth quarter, and now you're talking about playing a Port Neches.
Let me just correct you, my Pennsylvania.
Say it,
Paul. Pennsylvania.
Let me hear it.
Port Neches.
Neches.
Port Neches.
Neches.
No, Neches.
Neches.
Port Neches Grove.
Port Neches Grove.
I think they're the Indians. Well, maybe not anymore. They may have changed. Well, they were the Indians. So that's all I can say. I know. So it may have changed.
We'll Neches on that.
21.
They just announced the Fort Bend Marshall score.
After that game last week and this first half of this one, my goodness.
Greg, Greg, do you know where Port Neches is? Somewhere in Texas.
It is somewhere in Texas, but I know that it's to the east of Houston.
It is.
Because I looked it up earlier. We were talking about it. But I would have had no idea. You know that would have been my answer.
It's out towards the Beaumont area, towards right close to Louisiana. It's not too far from Cajun country. And you and I were speculating where the game would be.
If it was Port Neches.
Yes.
Connor Hawkins.
Out of the end zone. All right, so I'm going to go out on the limb and look at common places Liberty Hill has played with something like that. Now, they've not. So, College Station area, we've played in Bryan ISD Stadium a few times. So, we have a relationship there with Bryan, and that would be it's about as fair as a drive for both teams. Going to Houston definitely favors Port Neches, as they just have about an hour's drive compared to our 3-hour drive-ish from Liberty Hill. Handoff right up the middle, and he gets a first down. That is Jose Martinez picking up about 13.
And now you say, wow, what a great game this Jaden Pelucio has had. A star in the making.
Again, handoff to Martinez, right-hand side. He gets another first down before he's run out of bounds at the 47-yard line of Liberty Hill. Another first down. So Greg, going to Houston is definitely not driving favorable for Liberty Hill, and there's really not a good place halfway. So the College Station area makes some sense. Snaps back, handoff left inside again to Martinez. Looks like they're just going to run the clock out and be good sports about it.
That's him. Now tell the folks at home, how does that work, right, when they're trying to pick the stadium? What is it? What is it that they have to do?
So they try to find a neutral place in between, but sometimes I've seen someone they pick neutral home fields where it's sort of closer to them, sort of like what we were last week, and then you flip, and then the winner gets the home neutral, which is handoff left inside, pick up about 5 to get the first down. So then you could sort of get close-ish. Like Port Neches could say our home neutral is going to be Houston somewhere. Liberty Hill say, well, our home neutral is going to be San Marcos, or something like that. And then you flip to see who gets it. So it's sort of neutral, but not. Fake handoff, throw across the middle. It is complete for a first down of about 12 yards. So down to the 23-yard line. So I don't think that's the case with these two teams so far apart. You're 4.5 hours away from each other. Snaps back, handoff again up the middle to Martinez. Picks up about 5, across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Clock still ticking, 5.5 minutes left. So that's sort of, I think we're going to find some type of neutral location. And for me, College Station makes the most sense. Snaps back, College Station, Brown area. Handoff right up the middle, across the 10, down to the 9-yard line goes Martinez. They are picking up a lot of yardage right now, but Liberty Hill, they're going to do it again. Handoff Martinez up the middle. They stuffed this run, though, this time. Nice stop by Preston Mixon. Bring up second down and goal.
Second and goal.
And a lot of times, Greg, they've already talked to the coaches of the next game, both of them, about a possible location. Fake handoff. Pelucio looking towards the end zone, throws it towards the end zone. Incomplete pass. Brings up third and goal from the 8. Big shout out to my wife, who's been out with some friends tonight on a birthday party. She's tuning in now. So Ernie, welcome to the show. Liberty Hill leads 63-35 after what was just a really close game almost at the start of the fourth quarter.
Oh, scoring update. Melissa 16, South Oak Cliff 15.
Wow, could be another upset. Snaps back. Hand off to Martinez, right inside. He's going to throw it back to the quarterback. Incomplete pass.
Somebody was watching film, and I think his name was Carson Holland. He read that play like a book. He knew that that's exactly what was happening. He was all over Pelucio as he came out of the backfield. Great read and recognition by Holland to knock down that pass and bring up fourth down.
Yep. Fourth down from goal from the 8. Looking at that, I think Flower Bluff would like to get back on the board here to at least make the score sound a little bit more manageable for the newspapers. Snap back, looking right, throws it right, and it's a touchdown for the Hornets.
Even at 63-35 or 63-42, this game much closer than the score indicates. One of those type deals where a play here or a play there.
Yeah, but Greg, there could have been a play here, play there in favor of Liberty Hill.
You're right.
It could be a 35-point game, 40-point game.
The truth is that the defense for the Hornets just could not stop the Panthers. That's
not at all.
That's the story of this ball game right here. Is that the Panthers defense had to come up and make a few plays here and a few plays there, and they managed to do so. And that the result of that is
they're going to go for 2
right now.
Offense stays on the field. Just a little over 4 minutes left. Pelucio fakes hands off, rolls out to the right, under some pressure, looking for a receiver, throws it And there's a flag thrown on the play, so they're just going to redo it. So I'm going to get a half the distance and do it over. Four minutes, 16 seconds left to go in this game. Liberty Hill leads 63-41.
Holding, number 8 on the defense.
Over 104 points scored right now, Greg, in this game. 104.
The Panthers averaging 50 points a ball game on the season. They got held to 37 last week. Well, they made up for it this week, Timmy.
Well,
63, right on the money.
Alamo Heights defense first half did a phenomenal job, so that contributed.
That
to
film, that first half film, will be watched by every single coach that plays Liberty Hill from now until they don't play the slot T, I guess. I don't know.
Lucio hands it off to Martinez, and he just
how did they
gets into the end
scheme?
zone.
How did they scheme that player to player? What did they do? How did they adjust to it? So, you know, now Liberty Hill has seen it, right? So it's one of those things where once you've seen it, you can deal with it a little bit easier.
After the 2-point conversion by the Hornets, it's 63-43, 20-point game. Watch for the onside kick. Greg, I'll tell you that, though. You're saying that, but Liberty Hill is watching that film.
Oh,
and so that's not going to catch them by surprise.
Nope, you're right.
So they've already taken care of that.
Go down onto the field at the conclusion of the game.
Wow, the PA announcers telling the stands to not storm the field.
Barn burner here, Cuero and Silsby. Cuero 58, Silsby 56. That's a final.
Do you know what the mascot is for Cuero?
The Gobblers.
Good job.
How about that? How about that? Craig Way would be proud somewhere. I get it by Craig Way. You definitely could get it by me. I'm not sure.
Yep, the Gobblers.
I managed that one.
One of the most.
They played the Panthers. I might have a good shot.
One of the most unique mascots in the state of Texas. Another one is the New Braunfels Unicorns. Is another very unique mascot.
The Wimberley Texans, 35-18 over Lago Vista.
Here's the onside kick, and it's fallen on.
Guess who?
Reese Vickers. Game ball. He might as well take it to the sideline, Greg. Just take the ball over with you, Reese. What a well of a game you've had.
Coach Les is saying Port Neches, roughly 2-hour drive to Houston. Bryan would almost be 3-4-hour drive. Liberty here will be 2 to 3 hours. He says Conroe would be about halfway, or maybe Huntsville, says Coach Les.
We've never played in Huntsville.
We've never played Port Neches.
There's movement down and go back up. We have played years and years ago West Orange Stark before my time. So BT before Tim. Okay. So and they played in College Station. They played that game at Kyle Field.
Well, let's go to Kyle Field then.
That would be awesome.
Hullabaloo, Connect.
And late fourth quarter in Region 1, it's Argyle 28, Wiley 21.
So Argyle leading by a touchdown, or Arley won. 1st and 15 after the 5-yard mark-off. Reese Vickers takes a snap, hands off right-hand side to Pitchford, to Jack Pitchford, and he picks up 5 yards. 4 minutes left to go in this game.
Jack Pitchford.
Pretty much a formality now.
Yep. Second and 11 after the pickup of 4 yards. Play coming in for the sideline. Liberty Hill wants to not run out of bounds and keep it inbounds here. Vickers under center takes the snap, hands off to Carter right-hand side, and he picks up what looks like 4 yards to the 47-yard line. Now the clock will continue to run.
Ben Carter with the ball carrier.
So my wife is listening, so I'm going to ask her if you want to put in your order for Buc-ee's on my way home. You know, I'm probably if I'm feeling good, I probably will just keep going, but it will be overrun by purple. Liberty Hill fans will probably be stopping there on their way home.
Ernie, put the order in.
Pitch left-hand side. Nice run by Pitchford. Gets to the 41. She's got beaver nuggets at home, though. She usually orders the beaver nuggets. I got them for her last time. She hadn't dipped into them, so she's probably good.
My wife likes the caramel crisps, I think they are. You can get the, you know what I'm talking about?
The beaver nuggets.
No, not those. Not the beaver nuggets. I'm not, listen, I'm not
4th and 2 for the Panthers.
upset about it.
2 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in this game.
2 minutes, 52 seconds left in the game. We're talking about beaver nuggets. Nothing better. I tell you what, absolutely awesome to be talking about stopping at Buc-ee's.
Yes.
Here as the Panthers are on the precipice of winning back-to-back regional championships.
And here we are talking about beaver nuggets.
I love it.
Love it. Yeah.
I absolutely love it. This is
2 minutes, 40 seconds left. Liberty Hill calls a timeout.
beaver nuggets and propane. Thanks to P&R Propane again. Oh, that's
Greg,
Liberty
I'm
Hill
going to tell you
Booster
right
Club.
now, I've already been getting messages because P&R Propane sponsored tonight's broadcast. They got a hold
Of the Booster Club?
the Booster Club, and I've got people commenting, how can I get involved and sponsor a broadcast? You can contact the Booster Club to get in. And I got to give a shout-out to my very, very, very best female friend in the world.
That's not your wife?
Not my wife.
Oh, boy.
And my wife knows this.
Okay.
Is Deanna Trujillo. Thank you so much for tuning in. If she is, she messaged me, where's my shout out? I didn't know she was listening. So a big shout out to Flags Down. They're going to bring it back. Big shout out to Deanna. Thank you so much for tuning in. She is truly, if she may be my best friend in the whole world.
Well, I'm glad she's listening.
Yes, I'm surprised she is because she probably hates football. So after the mark-off back 5 yards, they'll bring 4th and 7. And Ernie says she's out of the salted caramel flavored one, so I may have to stop and get her
See?
that. So it's that is actually a good deed, an acts of service in that love language that my wife
Speak the love
does.
language.
Acts of service is getting beaver nuggets for your wife. I'm going to write a book. Liberty Hill with some.
My wife
play.
just sent me a text and asked if I'm stopping at Buc-ee's. So now it's
Punt is away. Instead of running a play, they went ahead and punt it.
yes. Text your order in.
Text your order.
We're text your order
Everybody
in.
text your order
We're
in. This is
meet-
Greg
we're
and
meeting the-
myself.
We're meeting the Liberty Hill faithful at Buc-ee's, and we could not be happier to not have a nail biter here at the end. And these Panthers have showed up in
Yep.
force. The offense, possibly the best rushing offense in the state of Texas, and they showed why tonight. Why they average 500 yards and 50 points a game. It's because of this, Tim.
Yep.
It's because of this offensive line.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you just took Noah Long and Joe Pitchford off the field and still had this result. You look at those boys up front, they played a heck of a ball game.
Lucio throws it across the middle. It is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Wyatt Elwood. And Pelucio has had several balls dropped by his receivers. And I'm going to tell you what, he throws a ball with some zip on it.
He does. And then, great job there by Carlton Schrank reaching down and helping the defender up.
2nd down and 10. Snap back to Pelucio. He's looking right, now looking left, now looking back right. Throws it across the middle. Incomplete pass.
And if you look around the field right now, Tim, 4 stuck, Gavin stuck, Schrank stuck, everybody right to their man in that man-to-man deal right now. The Panther defense has, at least at this point in time, figured out how to get these guys right in position to make plays. And they are doing so. That was well covered.
3rd and 10. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Actually, 2 to the left. Policio has a running back, Jose Martinez, offset to his right-hand side. Takes the snap. Straight drawback. Under a lot of pressure. Middle screen. And he gets caught. Pickup of about 6.
Jacob Morris coming back from his defensive tackle. He got caught going after the quarterback, and then he heard Tim yell what you're supposed to yell in that middle screen. Everybody yells just exactly like that. You hear linemen yell it, linebackers yell it. That's exactly how you're supposed to call it on defense. And Morris heard it and turned around and made the play.
4th down and 4. Bunched receivers on the right-hand side. Snaps back. Under pressure. Throws it across. Complete. Has the first down and a little bit more. They tackle him at about the 41, 42-yard line of the Hornets. Minute and a half left. Clock's going to continue to tick.
1st and 10.
.120 left. Snaps back. Lucio throws it down deep down the left-hand side. Overthrows his receiver. Incomplete pass. There's just he didn't have that touch on it right now as he did early in the game.
The orders are flowing in for Buc-ee's now. They're flowing in.
You mean your wife and your daughter?
My mom as well. I'm getting some pralines. I got the beaver nuggets.
I'm making you stop. That's so funny. I'm so happy that you're having to stop.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm just so happy for these boys, for this program. Just this booster club that supports this team so much.
Oh, quarterback got hit. Complete pass.
He did.
Pickup of 10.
But again, like I said, he has been getting hit all game. He steps into it. He got absolutely popped there, but delivered the strike.
3 receivers right-hand side, none to the left. Empty backfield now with a man in motion. Snaps back, looking left, looking right, now throws it, incomplete pass.
He's out of the tackles this time.
Yep, he could do that. Greg, Beaver Nuggets for everybody.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's a little more Texas flair than pierogi.
It does. It has a little bit
Beaver
more
Nuggets
to it.
for everybody. Second and 10. 54 seconds left. This is a long last 2 minutes. Snaps back. Pelucio looking straight downfield. Throws it across the middle. Intercepted! Intercepted! That is Carlton Schrank down the sideline. He needs a block. At the 20, he gets tackled at the 18. It was almost a pick six. He just couldn't keep his feet.
He did. He couldn't keep his feet. But again, that's a senior and a sophomore. Senior Carlton Schrank. We talked about how well he played last week, defending the passes and being there at the point of attack. Right there, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes from his free safety position, has the freedom to just play free out there. All you're doing is just ball hawking. It is one of the best ways to play free safety, Tim. If you're just back there watching that quarterback and you get to go after the ball, he caught that in stride on the money. Great play. His second pick of the game.
Should be just looking down some kneel downs here.
Yep. Panthers just going to kneel it down. Reese Vickers, the ball in his hand at the end of this game, and I don't think that it's any more appropriate. Anyone should have it but him.
Yeah, one more kneel down.
Give him the game ball.
Greg, my wife's just telling you right now that it's called praline.
What did I say?
I'm not really sure. What'd you call it?
I maybe call it a praline.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
I think that's what you call it. Guess what? Guess what I had on? Guess what? I'm going to make all the listeners go crazy right now.
Yeah.
Because on Thanksgiving I had pecan pie.
Oh,
so everybody just calm down. Everybody just calm down.
You don't even have a Texas card to revote. That's the ball game, folks. Hear the countdown from the Liberty Hill faithful. And Liberty Hill has a date with Port Neches Groves next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, with our
to a site and a date and a time to be named later. 63-43.
Regional champs, back-to-back years, Region 4, Liberty Hill gets to hoist the trophy. One of their goals for the season accomplished. But they're not done yet. These Panthers now go in probably the heavy favorite next week, which we absolutely all thought it was going to be Fort Bend Marshall. Their scouts are here. Yeah, both teams are here, but I'm saying you just they're the Fort Bend Marshall, the higher ranked team, but that's why they play the games.
That's definitely why they play the game. It's going to be an interesting one. Greg, it'll be a fun week. Prepping for next week. You may have to take off. We may have to take off work again Friday. Who knows? They may schedule a Saturday game, which Walker doesn't like. Liberty Hill does not like to do that. So I know that they are pushing for Friday, no matter what. But we'll see what happens. We don't want to play that Saturday stuff. So let's do it on Friday, Greg. Do it on Friday.
Let's do it. Great game.
63-43 is the final. Thank all of you for tuning in for this game. We'll have another one next week. And I want to thank again P&R Propane for sponsoring this game. I really appreciate it. If you're interested in sponsoring any more games or this season, the playoffs, please contact the Liberty Hill Booster Club.
You can sponsor meals.
Yes.
You can sponsor
lots of stuff.
They have the I think it's the.
Wait, they could feed us?
Absolutely, if they want. You absolutely.
Yes.
We'll take it.
Take it.
But it's more for the team.
I know.
Get the kids some meals. Get them some sandwiches, whatnot, and
all
make sure they're ready.
Stuff.
This booster club takes care of these kids.
Yep.
And in turn, this football team brought home their community another regional championship, and they are on to the Final Four.
You can hear the school song being played, and again, the P&R Propane Player of the Game, Reese Vickers, having what, in my opinion, is the greatest game a Liberty Hill quarterback has had statistically running the ball, as far as I can remember. So if Tony Stevens is listening in, he may not agree.
Since the slot T has been instituted here at Liberty Hill.
Been an amazing game for Reese Vickers and the entire Liberty Hill team. So Greg Ceriti, my name Tim Dean. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll have it again next week. Keep your eyes out for all the links where you can listen to the game again. And you have been listening to Liberty Hill Football on Vype Media, sponsored by P&R Propane.
Be a Liberty Hill Panther football booster. Football family, the Panthers need you. Support the Brotherhood and support the purchase of equipment, uniforms, multiple scholarships, and much more. Just go to lhpantherfootball.com and sign up. Show your support this year. Be a Liberty Hill High School football booster. Find out more at lhpantherfootball.com. Business sponsorships can also get in contact at lhfbsponsorships@gmail.com.